Yo, what's up, everybody? This is LB here, back at y'all with another one. Shout out to the whole LDBC Lions Den basketball community. Subscribe to the Patreon. Leave a link to the Patreon in the comment section when this video is over with. Also, check the notification bell. YouTube has been unsubscribing people from the channels. They've been disabling the notification bell. Notification hadn't been getting sent out. So if you subscribe to my channel, check your timeline whenever I go live or whenever I upload a video. Okay. All right, man, let's get right to this, man. So the worst kept secret of America has emerged yesterday as Joe Biden selected Democratic Junior Senator Kamala Harris as his running mate. Now, I've been on record and voiced my disdain for this woman, right? And this has not changed my perception at all. Matter of fact, it's to the point now where, I was on the fringe of voting or whatnot. I'm not voting at all. I'm not voting at all, man. This is like a classic case of selecting solid chicken shit or diarrhea chicken shit. But at the end of the day, it's still chicken shit. What up, Jermaine Maxwell? Right? This woman has provided nothing tangible, right? Tucker Carlson last night, and I don't fucking like Tucker Carlson. I think he's a useless hack. I think he's just a talking head that just, talks out of his ass. But he did mention something yesterday that I finally agree with him about, right? He said yesterday that this was the most hollow, between Biden and Kamala Harris, these two were the most hollow presidential candidates in history, right? And for once, he's right. What does Joe Biden and Kamala Harris offer to the black community? Did they offer anything tangible? They offered nothing tangible. She doesn't galvanize the black community. One can make an argument she's not even black. But yet you got these media outlets saying that, oh, she's the first black woman to be selected vice president and all this nonsense. She's not black. She called herself a woman of color, for crying out loud. I hate that term. Now, this is an article coming from Politico, right? This is an opinion piece by Cliff Albright. Now, Cliff Albright is the co-founder and executive director of the Black Voters Matter Fund. How the VP choice could be Biden's biggest racial gaffe yet. And yet, look, no. When it comes to this whole thing, right? Because there was a perception that Gretchen Whitmer would have been Joe Biden's running mate. There was a rumor out there that could have been the case, right? He was under pressure by the establishment to select a woman of color in light of the whole incident with police killing unarmed black men and women, right? What up, True to King TV? But let's just be honest. When Amy Klobuchar, a few months ago, because she's the senator out of Minnesota, right? So Amy Klobuchar was on that list of being selected as Joe Biden's running mate. But when the George Floyd incident happened, right, that set off this chain reaction of events throughout the country, and it turned out that Amy Klobuchar, who was a prosecutor at the time, could have did something about it, didn't do anything about it, and then she gives the lame ass excuse. Well, I was I was on my transition to Washington to become a senator. So you gave that lame ass excuse. People didn't want to hear it, right? Amy Klobuchar's name became nuclear, right? Joe Biden couldn't touch that. Okay, right? People got on Amy Klobuchar for her record as a prosecutor. That's why she's not on. That's why she's not the darn VP pick. But you chose this woman right here, with her record as a prosecutor. Look, we've gone through the multitude of incidents where Kamala Harris, either she's failed to prosecute people, or when she did prosecute them, it would be for petty stuff. So, for example, right, the one West Bank scam with Steve Mnuchin. Steve Mnuchin is currently the Treasury Secretary, right? This woman was the Attorney General out in California. This woman failed to go after him, right? And then when she was confronted about that, she gave some half-baked excuse as to why she failed to go after Steve Mnuchin. Well, it was just my decision, but she offered no context as to what led to that decision. Not only that, Steve Mnuchin donated to her campaign. Her. But yet, you get a struggling mother with 3 children trying to make ends meet. Kids can't go to school for whatever reason, and she locks her up for truancy. Right? We're going to forget about all that, right? What about the case with Matrice Richardson, where there's nobody got charged, nobody got sent to jail? There was like zero accountability in that case. The case didn't even make it to court. Guess who was the Attorney General during that case? This woman. Right? This woman went on the Breakfast Club, talked about how Tupac and Snoop Dogg, she listened to them back in 86 while going to college. Now, mind you, Tupac ain't dropped his first album until 91. Snoop ain't dropped his first album until 93. Aside from all that, right? Along the many other gaps along the way, right? Aside from all that, what does she offer tangible to the Black community? Let's be honest about this, right? Because a lot of blind people go out there and vote for this woman. This woman is not for us. What does she offer tangible to the Black community? What does Joe Biden offer tangible to the Black community? What have they offered? They've offered nothing. They literally said nothing. And yet, because Kamala Harris, she's Black like me, I'm going to go out and vote for her. That, girl power. Man, look, this woman is not for us, okay? I'm telling y'all right now, she is not for us. She's never been for us. She hasn't been for us, and she's not going to be for us, period. I'm going to show y'all something. Look at this thing. Kamala Harris's views on reparations. Study reparations. Where's there to study? Is this some kind of college class? Is this some kind of college class that we study reparations? No. The only thing you need to do is cut the check. Study reparations? Really? Study reparations. So let's see. Is this gonna be a test to where if I get like a 70 on the test, that means I get my reparations? What does studying reparations do? We studied this shit for years. Shout out to my boy Jeff George in the building, man. I know she's not black. We know this, Jeff George. This ain't no secret. But you leave it to the mainstream media, they'll paint the picture of she's being black. She's never said she was black. And even if she did, her newfound blackness came a few months ago in light of the incidents in America when it comes to police officers. Meanwhile, this woman was a fucking prosecutor who protected police officers. She's taking money from police unions. But yet, I'm supposed to see she's black like you. You know, she holds the same values like you. Study reparations. She don't hold the same values as I do because I want the money. Cut the fucking check. But she wants to sit up there and say study reparations. For what? What are we studying? Cost of college, students shouldn't have to take on debt. Whatever. Like I said, these her views is hollow. Minimum wage, raise the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour. And what the hell that's going to do? Right? What the hell does raising the minimum wage going to do? What that's going to do is going to drive up costs. Why do you think when you go to Walmart and all these other supermarkets out here, Target and Giant and GEB and Safeway and all these other supermarkets across the country, they don't have cashiers. They got self-checkout. Why do you think that is? You think corporations going to be paying people $15 an hour? That's going to drive up costs of everything else. You can't just simply raise the minimum wage. That solves nothing. You can't just put Band-Aid on a sinking ship. Why do you think these companies outsource their products outside the United States? Shout out to my boy J Dog in the building. Man, J Dog, I want you to cook on this shit. Really, I know you're going to talk about this shit. For real. This ticket right here just gave Donald Trump 4 more years. Just did. Thanks, Democrats. Y'all just gave Donald Trump 4 more years. Nobody's going to vote. This woman didn't galvanize anything. She was one of the first ones to drop out the election. This woman couldn't even make it to Iowa. She didn't galvanize anything. What did she galvanize? The only thing, in my opinion, she galvanized is these misogynists out here to not vote for Joe Biden. You think they want this woman out here wagging their finger at them? No. Now this the thing right here that got me ticked off, right? Mandatory minimum prison sentence reform, eliminate them. Private prisons, eliminate them. Now, mind you, this woman here have fought tooth and nail as an attorney general to keep innocent men in jail. She's blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man. But yet, she all of a sudden all about prison reform, right? She's all of a sudden all about private prisons being eliminated, right? Come on now. Don't y'all not see past the smoke screen? This woman was a prosecutor. cocaine sentencing disparities. Now, this was Joe Biden had a hand in. Why he didn't write the Anti-Drug Abuse Act in 1986, he sure as hell had a hand in it. That is the difference between crack and cocaine. Because I would encourage you to read the 1986 Anti-Drug Abuse Act. She took one of the things he had a hand in and enforced that out in California. Scrap the disparity. Get the fuck out of here. You know you wouldn't about that. Right? Cash pay reform. Like I said before, see this woman here, she's no good. No good. Election security mandate paper bailout ballots. See, all these hollow, empty talking points, but if you press her about it, she can't give you nothing tangible. She doesn't have a plan. She offers nothing tangible. And for anybody, before anybody come in this motherfucker talk about, oh, you just hating on Kamala Harris. No, bitch, I'm not hating on anybody. But at the same time, you got to do your research on when it comes to these candidates. And you got to tell the truth. Does she offer anything tangible? And the answer is no. So anybody come in and talk about, oh, you just hating on Kamala Harris, I'm blocking your ass from here to Afghanistan. Because when is telling the truth about somebody becomes hate? Have we forgotten all the things she did as a prosecutor? You can't get on Amy Klobuchar for her record, but yet you want to give this woman a pass for her record as a prosecutor. Her record is just as bad, if not worse, than goddamn on Amy Klobuchar, but yet she's a woman of color, and we're supposed to just give that a pass, right? Did we forget when the question about reparations come up? Well, I'm not just sit here and say I'm just gonna do everything for black people. No. And when she did that, when she made that statement, she had all that black girl swag and all that, doing this thing and the next thing. I was like, oh, look at her. Nasty. Nasty. Yeah, the whole busing thing. So let's go back a couple weeks ago, because I think I talked about this on my Patreon, right? Political already gave y'all the play 2 weeks ago. Political gave y'all the play 2 weeks ago that Kamala Harris was going to be the vice presidential nominee. This was already a dead giveaway. When Joe Biden said, "Oh, we shouldn't hold grudges," because one of Joe Biden's constituents came out and was bashing Kamala Harris. You remember the whole busing thing during the whole debates and everything like that? He pointed all that out. And Joe Biden came right behind him and said, we must not hold grudges. When he said that told me right then and there he was going to pick her. Another media outlet called The Rising. They come on, they have their own YouTube channel, right? Even The Rising reported this. That Kamala Harris was going to be Joe Biden's running mate. This was the worst kept secret in America. Everybody waiting with anticipation and all this other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? What? We already knew that Kamala Harris was going to be the goddamn vice president, Joe Biden's running mate. Two Raw talked about this, because he and I talked about this. Quest X talked about this. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Two Raw for TV and Quest X, man. For real. She don't offer no plan. When Tulsi Gabbard called her out on her record, she danced around that issue like the late great Gregory Hines. Tap dancing. She said she She couldn't deny it. So if you can't deny it, what do? You just talk around it. When her presidential campaign ended, one of the aides that was on her presidential campaign, right, wrote a scathing letter. Did we forget about this? Huh? She wrote a scathing letter. This article came out November 29th. The lady name was Kelly Mellenbecker, or Mellenbacker, right? This woman is more worried about her own political career than for the justices of the general American public, right? In my opinion, the status quo has been preserved, right? I thought, hey, Jeff George, I thought the same thing too, Jeff George. At first, I thought he was going to pick Val Demings as well, right? I'll pull up an article for you. I'm going to pull up two things because this is what the media outlets have done. Now, in Kamala Harris, Joe Biden's choice is both safe and energizing. For one, this is an inaccurate depiction of Kamala Harris because she is not energizing at all, right? And is not safe. This woman couldn't even make it to Iowa, but yet she's supposed to be a safe pick. Oh, AJ Dog, I wasn't even gonna bring that. I wasn't gonna bring up the fact she was sleeping with downtown Willie Brown. I wasn't even gonna bring that up. I was gonna leave that one alone. But yeah, that's how she got her campaign started. But that's how she got her life started. Hey. I wasn't even gonna bring that up. But yeah, she was out there fucking with downtown Willie Brown. Then when they asked Willie Brown about it, he was like, yeah, we did it, so what? Just all braggadocious about the shit. All bored with it. With the number one grandfather chain on, you know what I'm saying? And them naughty ass heads and shit. Anyway, Ms. Harris has emerged as a leading voice on racial justice. Has she really, though? Has she really been a voice on racial justice? When was that? Because I doubt that the family of Matrice Richardson share the same sentiment. I doubt the family of George Gage share that same sentiment. Right? See, when we want the reform system, it shouldn't and it can't be only from the outside on bending knee or trying to break down the door. Man, look, I don't know what she's trying to fool or who she's trying to fool, but she's not fooling us, man. She's not fooling us. What's up, Black Reality TV, man? Salute to my boy Black Reality TV, man. And why did they meet with Quest X talked about this yesterday? Why did they meet with Pete Buttigieg? I mean Pete Buttigieg. Huh? Why was that? That is the big time question. Are they trying to slip him in if and when Joe Biden steps down from the presidency? What to not say that Joe Biden steps down before his presidency ends, and then she becomes president, and Pete Buttigieg become vice president. Hmm. Now let's go to this article here on November 29th, because this woman wrote a scathing article, right? In early November, a few days before Senator Harris' presidential campaign announced widespread layoffs and intensified focus on Iowa, her senator aides gathered for a staff meeting at their Baltimore headquarters and pelted the campaign manager, Juan Rodriguez, with questions. What exactly was Ms. Harris's new strategy? How much money and manpower could they put in Iowa? What would their presence be like in other early voting states? And of course, when those questions were asked, nothing tangible came out. Now, Kelly Mellenbacher, she was the state's operations director at the time. She wrote a blistering article. Look at this right here. Third presidential campaign, never seen an organization that treated staff so poorly. No real plan to win. The Democratic field has been defined by its turbulence, with some contenders rising, others dropping out, and two more jumping in this month. Yet there's one candidate who rocketed to the top tier and then plummeted early state polls to the low single digits. This is what this woman said. I'm gonna read the letter to you, man. She said, "To whom it may concern, is with a heavy heart that I submit my resignation as state's operations director at Kamala Harris for the people effective November 30th, 2019. This is my third presidential campaign, and I have never seen an organization that treats the staff so poorly. While I still believe that Senator Harris is the strongest candidate to win the general election, I no longer have confidence in our campaign or its leadership." Then, if you don't have confidence in the campaign or leadership, then how the hell you think this woman's going to win the general election? That makes no sense. But whatever, we'll keep going. The treatment of our staff over the last 2 weeks was the final straw in this very difficult decision. It is not acceptable to me that we encourage people to move from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore only to lay them off with no notice, with no plan for the campaign, and without thoughtful consideration of the personal consequences to them or the consequences that their absence will have on the remaining staff. It is unacceptable that we will lay off anyone we hired only weeks earlier. It is unacceptable with less than 90 days until Iowa that we still do not have a real plan to win. But you thought that this woman was going to win she was the strongest candidate to win the general election? Really? Our campaign for the people is made up of diverse talent which is being squandered by indecision and a lack of real leaders who will lead. But yet you thought this woman was the strongest candidate to win the general election. You just laid out all this stuff about this woman's campaign. You thought she was the strongest candidate to win? How the fuck does that make sense? When morale has never been lower and additional people, even if they only are laid off, and neither the campaign manager nor the chair address the staff to explain, apologize, or reassure us of the decisions being made in the path forward, something has to give. Presidential campaigns are incredibly challenging work, and for good reason. We're asking people to trust us and to look out for them, to have their best interests at heart. Campaigns have highs and lows, mistakes, miscalculations, lessons learned, and adjustments made, but because we have refused to confront our mistakes, foster an environment of critical thinking and honest feedback, or trust the expertise of the talented staff, we find ourselves making the same unforced errors over and over. And certainly does not help the team to read about campaign discord and political, because with those things to say have decided the best way to air grievances is in the press instead of leadership. This is not how I'll ever imagine at my time this campaign ending. And like I said, it was not an easy decision. I only hope that my departure might result in some serious consideration of our structure, goals, internal communications, and what our organizational values are. We really have amazing people on the staff, and I hate for any more to get to the point where I find myself writing this letter of resignation. But yet, this woman just laid out all this stuff about Kamala Harris, right? But yet, she is the strongest candidate to win the general election. Okay, this woman couldn't even get 5% of the American vote. She couldn't even get 5% of the American vote, let alone 10%. But yet, she's supposed to galvanize the black community, right? She can't even get the black community behind her. So, if you can't even get the black community to get behind her, what makes you think white supremacy is going to get behind her? You think these Peckerwoods could go out there and draw the wolf for this woman? You think that you really think that they want her wagging her finger at them? No. I'm gonna open up the chat line, man. I'm gonna open up the chat line, and y'all come in here and poke y'all chest on and let me know what y'all think about this woman, right? This was an awful pick. Of all the people you can pick, you had to pick this woman. Why? Because she's good with the donor class? That could be the only reason why I see Joe Biden picking this woman. Because she's good with the donor class. Hey, there's a documentary out right now on HBO put out called The Swamp. It's a 2-hour documentary, right? I'm
ready to cook on this.
I highly encourage y'all. Right? It talks about the whole ins and outs of Washington. Hey, you by an airport, you the king?
I'm on my bike.
Oh, you on your bike?
I'm here to work. What's up, though? What's up, everybody?
What's up, y'all?
Solo.
Hey, so if y'all haven't watched The Swamp, right? There's a 2-hour documentary on HBO. I highly encourage you to watch that documentary. Right?
Okay.
It profiles 3 congressmen, right? And they basically talked about how special interest groups and political action committees and all these other entities out here have an influence on these politicians. So Luda Ryder, I know you've been chomping at the bit at this. Go right ahead.
LB, who I've been the main person saying this for months now. If Joe Biden becomes president, ain't no way in hell he's gonna be 4 years in the White House. Cause he's doing early signs of what the hell is that? Somebody yelling at that cat this morning. What?
No, that's true. The king. He on his bike.
I say Joe Biden not gonna be in the White House for the whole 4 years because he's showing early signs of Alzheimer's. Meaning that if he picked Kamala Harris as his VP, it's a possibility he's going to run the country down to the ground. Because you already know her politics on every other thing. She don't like black people. Keep saying black people. Because she better not come to Louisville. I'm just saying that. Because you think she gonna come down here thank you for Breonna Taylor when we know you're really not for Breonna Taylor. So don't even play us like that. I ain't falling for it. For the last 24 hours, I've been trying to talk some sense to my brothers and sisters, telling them this is not great. This ain't good. See, we're in trouble right now. Now you give the chance for that red tomatoes to get 4 more years in the White House, and I don't like this. Man, I'm so upset about this, man. I don't understand. Is Joe Biden trying to get the black woman vote? I just don't care. Because, like I said, he's showing early signs of Alzheimer's right now.
Hey, did you see Joe Biden on the interview a couple of days ago where he with CBS correspondent? He was a black dude. He interviewed him, and then he goes, What do you think? You go to your job and you on cocaine, huh? You a junkie, huh? I was like, what the fuck?
There it is. Me, like I know what early signs of Alzheimer's look like, and that's throwing signs right there. Ain't no way he don't get 4 years in the White House.
No way. No way. He already said that this is only term. He already said that. He already came out and said that he's not running for re-election. Yeah, man. Hey, Stephanie, we know that. We know that she used Breonna Taylor's name to George Floyd and all that political theater. I want y'all to peep game on something, right? You know, when all these uprisings was going on here in the United States, right? You know, protests going on left and right in Portland, LA, New York, Chicago, DC. You know, pretty much anywhere you look, there was a protest going on, right? Louisville, right? They came out with legislature, right? Banning chokeholds on police officers and all that. But this is the thing. Those laws already exist. So why are you drafting up legislature for laws that already exist? Right? It's to get the people to calm down. It is political theater. When you had Cory Booker and Kamala Harris giving these passionate speeches about Breonna Taylor and we need to demand justice and this thing and the next thing, right? That was all political theater to get the people to calm down, to get the people to go home. Has the status quo changed? Has the status quo changed? No. Nothing's changed.
Nothing changed. Look at the latest incident that happened. Like you saw those sheriff marshals holding that shotgun on no kids at the bus stop. I know you saw that, LB.
Yeah. What up, Trudy King?
What up, man?
Hey, what do you think about this pick, man?
It's clown shit, man. Let's just be honest, man. Like, it's all a show at this point, man. It's all entertainment. It's all a show.
Political theater, man.
All the people you pick, you gonna pick them up. Like, are you serious? And like you said, the all-timers. Now that's a good point too when you brought up, because Joe Biden he hasn't been seen white for a little while. And I noticed that too. And it's like this is a show. It's a show. I can't wait for the debates. I can't wait to debate because I don't know, man. I don't know who going. I bet my dad. I said, listen, I bet my dad. Listen, Trump may got this one.
Hey, this is the thing. This is the difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't fucking like Donald Trump. I don't like nothing about this motherfucker, right? But the one thing Donald Trump can do is get a reaction out of you, right?
Exactly. He's an entertainer.
He's one of two. Split down the middle. You got to pick a side. There's no gray area with Donald Trump. Either you with him or you're not, right?
And he knows that. He don't care. Like, he know, like, that's the thing. Like, he know he's an entertainer. He's been like, he know how to, like, when they say Kamala Harris can energize, like, what? Like, even Joe Biden not really like an energized type of guy. So it's like you're going to get somebody like Donald Trump, somebody that just like he commands kind of attention to a degree, whatever. It's not looking good, man. Because I already seen the video, like the little minute video talking about calling her a fraud. Kamala Harris was a fraud and joke like. Donald Trump gonna get on Joe Biden on buttons. He gonna get when them debates come. He gonna get under Joe Biden's buttons, man. He gonna get him flustered. He gonna get that man flustered. Like, I don't understand it. All the people you could have picked, but you gonna pick Kamala Harris. Somebody can't, like you said before, that come out couldn't get 5%. Couldn't get 5%. This is a person. Yeah, we go. Then it makes me mad about our people supporting that shit. Like, we just take anything, huh? Anybody that's like, and that's the thing. That's our problem with us now. We just accept bullshit. We accept scraps.
Yeah,
Oh, cause that's bull. That's a bunch of bullshit, to me, man. Like that's bullshit. Like you gonna sit there, like have somebody. I don't give a damn they black or not. You gotta be qualified.
exactly. That's my point. This woman
Cause
ain't qualified. What evidence has she shown you to lead you to the conclusion that you know what? She's for the people. You know, she especially for the black community. She does everything right for the black community. I'm going to get behind this woman. What evidence has she shown you to lead to draw that conclusion?
right, it's stupid. Like you going, they just take like we just anybody's in that type of position is like, oh, we just gotta take it. We gotta take what we gotta take. What we got. No, we don't. We don't gotta accept shit. If they
Exactly.
not qualified, like they should be making like anybody that gets supposed to be famous and somebody in that type of level get a pass. But when somebody locally that's trying to do something, y'all ain't gonna support them. Y'all quick to support these people that's in higher positions and stuff like that, or with some type of higher in the status, whatever. They have money or they famous, but when somebody locally in your neighborhood and stuff like that is a problem, they can barely get a job and stuff like that. Oh, these people like Kamala Harris is qualified. Fuck out of here, man. That's a bunch of bullshit. And we gotta fix that, man.
Shout out to William Bird, man. I see you in the building, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like we
Man,
gotta fix that, man. Cause that's
shout out to my boy
bullshit, man.
Black Reality TV too, man. I see you in there, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to really get, man. I'm going off on this woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I've said this for years. You said it for months. I said it for years, right? The first I read this New York Times piece when she talked about she was this progressive, right? She tried to make herself up be this progressive. But the only thing about Kamala Harris is she's gotten progressively worse. Go ahead, Luda Ryder. I know you got some more smoke for this shit. Go ahead.
I'm saying this right now, and Town Business said it too. If y'all don't got weapon permit, y'all better get weapon permit right now. Get training, do whatever, because these next 4 years is going to be hell.
What?
Because
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
because I wouldn't be surprised if she does get in the White House to try to change the law, the legal system. Try to change the legal system to put more black men in prison.
Yeah, black. That's the dangerous. That's the other thing. That's a dangerous. See, that's can get kind of scary because person with her resume, like for being a prosecutor, you put her in that position. That's gonna be very scary and dangerous, man.
Yeah, for real, man. Look at
That's
this
gonna
shit,
be
man.
very scary. People talk about Trump all they want. People talk about any. Listen, that right there.
In,
That's gonna be scary.
in 1994, right when Joe Biden wrote the crime bill, Joe Biden was the head of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Okay. Let's see. Kamala Harris 55, 94. She was 31 working out. Back in 94, Kamala Harris was working for Willie Brown at the time, right? Now, when Joe Biden wrote that crime bill, the whole truth and sentencing thing, when you got to do 85% of your prison sentence, and it was literally designed to put black people in jail. States have gotten funding, right, to build more jails back then. And when he was confronted about that, you see he tried to like walk it back. He tried to like put no claim in it. But this the thing. This motherfucker called it Biden's law. The crime bill in 94, Joe Biden was poking his chest out calling it Biden's law.
Yep.
Now he trying to walk that shit back. Let's talk. Now this was the article right here. Back when Kamala Harris was first running for president, right? When she was calling herself a progressive prosecutor, right? Consider her record as San Francisco's DA from 2004 to 2011. Harris was criticized in 2010 for withholding information about a police laboratory technician who had been accused of intentionally sabotaging her work and stealing drugs from the lab. After a memo surfaced showing that Ms. Harris' deputies knew about the technician's wrongdoing and recent convictions, but failed to alert her defense lawyers, a judge condemned Ms. Harris' indifference to the systemic violation of the defendant's constitutional rights. She contested the ruling by arguing that the judge, whose husband was a defense attorney and had spoken publicly about the importance of disclosing evidence, had a conflict of interest. So she basically tried to argue a technicality. Ms. Harris lost. More than 600 cases was handled by the corrupt technician was dismissed. She also championed the state legislature under which parents whose children were found to be habitually truant in elementary schools could be prosecuted, despite concern that it would disproportionately affect low-income people of color, in which it did. Ms. Harris was similarly regressive as the state's attorney general when the federal judge in Orange County ruled that the death penalty was unconstitutional in 2014. Ms. Harris appealed. Now, I just showed you the political article where she talked about, we need to abolish the death penalty. But back then, she was in favor of it. She fought tooth and nail to preserve it. So what the fuck changed? Why all of a sudden now you're not in favor of the death penalty? But back then you were. Right? Why you think I call her Chameleon Harris? Right? In a public statement, she made the bizarre argument that the decision undermines important protections that our courts provide to defendants. Now, 740 men and women awaiting execution might disagree. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of those individuals were black. 2014, she declined to take a position in Proposition 47, a ballot initiative approved by voters that reduce certain low-level felonies to misdemeanors. She laughed at that year when it reported action she would support the legalization of marijuana for recreational use. I remember seeing that article. She laughed about that. And then all of a sudden, 2 years ago, she reversed course because of public opinion, right? Why do you think I call her Chameleon Harris? In 2015, she opposed a bill requiring her office to investigate shootings involving police officers. She refused to support statewide standards regulating the use of body-worn cameras by police officers. For this, she incurred criticism from an array of left-leaning reformers, including Democratic state senators, the ACLU, and San Francisco's elected public defender. The activist Felicia Jones, who supported Ms. Harris for years, asked how many more people need to die before she steps in. Worst of all, Ms. Harris' record in wrongful conviction cases considered George Gage, an electrician who had no criminal record, who was charged in 1999 with sexually abusing his stepdaughter, who reported the allegations years later. The case largely hinged on the stepdaughter's testimony, and Mr. Gage was convicted. Now, mind you, the judge discovered that the prosecutor had unlawfully held back potentially exculpatory evidence. In other words, he held back evidence that could have made him innocent, including medical reports indicating that the stepdaughter had repeatedly lied about her in dealing with law enforcement. Her mother even described her as a pathological liar who lives her lies. In 2015, when the case reached the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit in San Francisco, Ms. Harris' prosecutors defended the conviction. They pointed out that Mr. Gage, while forced to act on his own lawyer, had not properly raised the legal issue in lower court. Basically tried to get off on the technicality. Right? The appellate judges acknowledged this impediment and sent the case to mediation, a clear signal for Ms. Harris to dismiss the case. When she refused to budge, the court upheld the conviction on that technicality. Mr. Gage is still in prison, serving a 70-year sentence. The case is not an outlier. She also fought to keep Daniel Larson in prison on the 28-year to life sentence for possession of a concealed weapon, even though his trial lawyer was incompetent and there was compelling evidence of his innocence. Relying on the technicality again, she argued that Mr. Larson failed to raise his legal arguments in a timely fashion. She also defended Johnny Baca's conviction for murder, even though judges found a prosecutor who presented false testimony at the trial. She was lifted only after a video of the oral argument received national attention and embarrassed the office. And then there was Kevin Cooper, the death row inmate, whose trial was infected by racism and corruption. He sought advanced DNA testing to prove his innocence, but Ms. Harris opposed it. And only after the New York Times expose of the case went viral, that's when she reversed course. But yet, All this is a shame because the state top prosecutor has the power and imperative to seek justice in case of obtaining convictions. That means conceding error and overturning them. Rather than fulfilling that obligation, she turned legal technicalities into weapons so she could submit injustices. And yet, this woman here, we pointed all this shit out about her, and yet she's gonna be the fucking vice president of the United States.
Lord help us.
Man,
We get on Amy Klobuchar for her fucking record, but yet all that shit I pointed out, and yet we're gonna give this woman a blind eye. We're gonna give this woman a pass, right?
Cause I'm not.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not giving shit.
You think I'm voting for them? You think I'm gonna go out my way to vote for them? Fuck no, I'm not voting for them. They can kiss my ass. All of them. All of them. All of them.
That's why I've been trying to tell my brothers and sisters for the last 24 hours they still the one vote for them because we got we got a black woman gonna be vice president.
No, it's not, man.
All skin folks and kin folks. If you black and you watching this video right now, I'm fucking warning you. All skin folks and kin folks, this woman is not for us.
Like, I don't understand it, man. People still gonna support it just because she's a Democrat and she's black and she's a woman. That's all that's all people need, man. She's a female. She look like us. And she a Democrat. So just, hey, that's good enough, I guess, huh? It's ridiculous.
We just settle for anything, right? That's our problem in the back. We just settle for anything and anybody, right? White supremacy just props some black person in front of us, right? And we supposed to automatically get behind it, right? Look what's going on in Kentucky right now. Breonna Taylor, this woman was killed in her house. Who's the state's attorney general? That bootlicking, buck dancing, spit shoe shining, Bojangle chicken eating Daniel Cameron.
Man, you said the LB. Like these
and
guys.
Hey Lou, I wouldn't be surprised in 8 years they prop this Bama in front of us.
Yeah, it might be the next 4 years.
Yeah, I won't be surprised in the next 4 years they prop up this Bama in front of us, man. Straight up, this dude has worked for Mitch McConnell, right? We all know how much of a racist Mitch McConnell is, right? This dude has taken pictures with Donald Trump, right? Smiling from ear to ear. Get him. But all of a sudden now, this woman who's defending police officers has taken money from police unions, has fucking, fought tooth and nail to preserve the death penalty, right? But all of a sudden now, she's supposed to be this progressive. We're supposed to just turn a blind eye. This woman's provided no evidence that she's changed in any way, shape, form, or fashion. We're supposed to just go along with get along, right? The fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's a shame, man.
This cockroach wants to go away.
And now it's like it's gonna be interesting. This election is definitely gonna be interesting because now Trump, guys, he has a good chance. He has a good chance of winning. All the cases you
Trump
can
had
make,
no chance of winning the election until they fucked this up. They literally fucked this up.
Like he really he literally this is about to be 2 times in a row that they just gave him the election.
Yeah, they literally just gave this dude the election.
But he's supposed to be the idiot. Hey, that's crazy. People call him an idiot every single day, but they giving him ammo. They giving this man leverage.
You giving this man ammunition, man.
You give this man leverage because, like I said, you think he done what he wants to, but all the points you just said will be brought up.
And she can't run from that shit.
That's like I'm telling you, when the election time, listen, you can say, listen, all that stuff being said, what he did this, he did that, she did this, and And it's like, and it just looks stupid because y'all just was just going back and forth with each other. Like it was like y'all had like a little personal beef going on, and this is who you picked out talking about. Oh, I can't held no more grudges, man. Fuck that. What are you talking about? You was pressure to pick her. You was pressure to pick her, but like, which I don't listen. I don't understand where the pressure came from because I don't like I said before. She's not qualified. She was one of the first people to drop out. Like she couldn't be all that special.
That's what I'm saying. She couldn't even make it to Iowa. Shout out to Barack Longmire. What's up, man? I see you in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this woman here is not, man. Look, I just literally laid out a lot of the things she has done, and yet we still gonna have people like, man, I don't, man, I don't care, man. You know, I just want Donald Trump out of office, man, because Donald Trump ain't doing nothing for us, man. And you think they gonna do something for you? You think these motherfuckers gonna do something for you, right? These bought and paid for agents of white supremacy is gonna go out their way to do something for you, right?
Right. Like that's insane. Like that's insane. Y'all think it's gonna be any better? Y'all think it could probably be worse because I see what they're trying to do right now. It is not good. It's not good. She was a prosecutor helping Pete and putting black men in jail, in prison, and this is the person we gonna put in charge and as leader. Like, come on now. You probably gonna see a lot more police brutality. You gonna see a lot of stuff. Listen, like, but y'all people want to talk, but we just need to get Trump out of office. Like that's not gonna fix the problem. That's not gonna fix the problem, man. It's not gonna fix the problem at all. And it's like people don't understand that. So, it's a black woman, we got to support her. No, we don't. And black people, a lot of black people don't support her like that anyway, though. So I mean, this is one of, like I said, like it's gonna be interesting, man. Election time, because it ain't like she don't have that effect. I remember like when Barack Obama came on the scene, he had that effect of the people. He had the people in his corner. She don't have that effect at all.
Nope.
You a black woman. You don't have even a speck of the thing with Barack Obama when he came on the scene.
It's like you making Kansas an orange vice president of the United States of America.
Like Trump could have, Biden probably had a better chance picking Candace Owens, to tell you the truth.
Shoot, I wouldn't be surprised if they put on that staff.
Yeah, really.
She'd better pick the camera. She'd probably better pick camera. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't like this is a bad pick. It's one of the worst VP picks I've ever saw in my life, man. It's up there. It's up there with the Sarah Palin, man. It's up there.
Now see you know when it comes to Sarah Palin, that dynamic, right?
She was just an idiot.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. She was an unknown at the time. We knew she was the governor of Alaska, but for the most part, to the general American public, she was an unknown. Now, when she started talking, the more the more we realized, oh man, this woman, she might look good, but when you go inside that skull, there's an empty fortune cookie inside.
Right, and she was kind of forced being picked because of the dynamic of Barack Obama being the first black president. So that McCain that was like a desperation move. Oh man, I gotta get some type of, you know what I mean?
Shout out to T Jonah in the building, man. Real Facts TV, what's going on? But yeah, man, look, I ain't vote for nobody though. For real. Yeah, I ain't vote for nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that, man. You know. Fuck this goddamn election, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, I don't give a fuck who wins.
Man, this whole system has to change, man. This whole system has to change. We as a people that's on the ground, we have to, the taxpayer, we have to have something where this can't be just Democrat, Republicans. You know what I mean? This whole system as a whole got to change. Electoral vote, all this stuff got to change, man. Throw it out, have a new system, man.
I'm with Nick Cannon when he said we need to start our own government.
Yeah. police our own selves, man. And it's like we need the whole system as a whole needs to change, man. Because it's not for the people, especially black people, lower class. It's not for it's the system is only for the rich, man.
Shout out
It's,
to
it's,
Denise
it's
Baker in the chat room. I appreciate you. Good morning, you as well.
like the
Look,
system is built for the rich, man.
and that's why I encourage everybody to look at that HBO documentary, The Swamp. I encourage everybody to look at that documentary called The Swamp. Right? Now, I'm gonna show y'all something, right? I'm gonna show y'all something here. Right? Yeah, we about to get surgical in this motherfucking day. That's right. Hope everyone having a good morning as well. Now, website here, opensecrets.org. Shout out to Serve City in the building, man. Opensecrets.org. Now, this is a website here. If you want to know your candidate, who's buying and paying off your candidate from the outside or from the inside or whatever like that, man, or who's contributed to their campaigns and all that, look no further than this website right here, right? Look who's donated to Kamala Harris's campaign. University of California, $130,000. Kaiser Permanent, $61,906. AT&T, $53,000. Alphabet Incorporated, I wonder what that's all about. $53,000.
Alphabet.
Walt
Right.
Disney Company.
Department of Defense, Apple, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Hey, you notice all these tech companies like Comcast and Wells Fargo or Microsoft and all that? Notice all these tech companies that donated towards her? So you think she's gonna be against tech? You think she's gonna be? But when they asked her about monopolizing the market and all that, right? She was asked about that, and her answer was basically some half-baked, empty fortune cookie about, well, we need to allow the technologies to grow and all this type of shit, right? This is why. Look who's paying her daily bread: Comcast, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple. So of course she's not going to go against them. Of course she's not going to go after them. When they had all those hearings with all those big tech companies a couple weeks ago, guess who wasn't there? Kamala Harris. Come on now. And then here for donor grab, you got more female donors than male donors. Now, this is the thing about these campaign contributions, right? You are not allowed to use campaign contribution for personal for your personal lifestyle, right? That's a campaign finance violation. I wonder how many of them has committed campaign finance violations or whatnot.
We had a senator who committed a campaign fraud.
Come on now.
He used the money for his he built his entertainment system in the house.
Got some more evidence for you, right? We talking like political action committees or these special interest groups? Look at that. Political action committee, right? $139,000 for that's more than what most people make in a year. Right? Let's see, talk more contributors for 15 to 20. Look at all the money that she's all these unions who's donated to her. All these unions. You want to know who you want to know how a person moves? Look at who's paying their daily bread. Look who's contributed to her campaigns and all that. If you want to know how a person moves, right? Basically, it gives you a whole breakdown as to who and what has contributed to her campaign. Whether she's running for president, whether she's running for vice president, whatever, right? They pretty much got to pimp themselves out or pretty much prostitute themselves out to get money. What y'all think about that? Lou, you still in there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Go ahead, man. What you think about all that?
I think right now they're pimping themselves out because they hoping when she becomes vice president, they can help. She can try to bail them out when they get in trouble. Like how many times we've been saying they need to cancel the NBA season, and Walt Disney did everything they could to get the NBA players down there, knowing that the COVID-19 was wrapped down there, and Disney's helping. And all of a sudden, you see Disney's helping her with her campaign, paying the money. You know, Disney, the most racist company out there, and all the other tech companies aiming for us. Because how many times we've been on YouTube? All of a sudden, take YouTube breaking down all of a sudden out of nowhere. You know something's going on right there. They'll be because they've been because for the longest they've been trying to make Ticket a company man. He don't want to be a company man, so they gonna try to do everything to mess up his notifications, everything else, like they trying to do you right now. So don't fall for that bullshit, y'all. They see y'all trying to build something.
Got another article for you got evidence supporting what I'm saying, right? Because for those of you motherfuckers that's out there talking about, oh, LB, all you doing is hating. Really? Am I really hating? I'm hating the fact that you motherfuckers are fucking not open to new information. That's what I'm hating. If anything, if I'm hating on anything, you rat bastards. All right. Hey, I got another piece of evidence for you, for everybody out there that think I might be hating on Kamala Harris, right? Record of policing the police, right? During this summer of tear gas and turmoil, Kamala Harris has not been quiet. On The View, she spoke out about reimagining how we do public safety in America. On the Senate floor, she sparred with Rand Paul. Hey, you know about Rand Paul out there, you know what I'm saying? Another jackass out there in Kentucky. What's up with Kentucky, man? Y'all got the biggest jackasses out there, Luda Ryder. Anyway, the Kentucky Republican blocked the bill to make lynching a federal crime, and she is among Democrats-sponsored policing legislation or that would ban chokeholds, racial profiling, and no-knock warrants, right? On Twitter, she expressed frustration that police officers who killed a black Kentucky woman, Breonna Taylor, during the drug raid going wrong still have not been charged, right? As Joe Biden's running mate, she's emerged as a strong voice on issues on police misconduct that seemed certain to be central to the campaign. Yet in her own unsuccessful presidential run, she struggled to reconcile her calls for reform with her record on these same issues during a long career in law enforcement. So a person who couldn't handle these issues running for president, what makes you think she's going to correct these issues all of a sudden now she's Joe Biden's running mate? Come on now. Let's keep going. Indeed, an examination of that record shows Ms. Harris was far more reticent and another time of her ferment a half decade ago. Since becoming California's Attorney General in 2011, she's largely avoided intervening in cases involving killings by the police. Protesters in Oakland distributed flyers saying, "Tell California Attorney General Kamala Harris to prosecute killer cops. It's her job." And amid the national outrage stoked by the 2014 killing of Michael Bryan Ferguson, more came pleas for her to investigate a series of police shootings in San Francisco, where she had previously been the district attorney. She didn't step in, except in extraordinary circumstances. She said it was not her job. You know what that sound like? You know who Kamala Harris sound like right now? She sound like Benjamin Crump. Shout out to Quincy Randolph in the building. She sounds just like Benjamin Crump. Mushmouth Crump. Who's so quick to call shit out, but yet when you're in a position to do something about it, you don't do anything about it. All you're doing is inciting fucking what's the word I want to get out? All you're doing is inciting an outrage.
I'm just saying, how you know next Kamala Harris they gonna try to pull this whole bullshit to do the same thing she's doing right now.
Still, her approach was shifting subtly. During the inaugural address for her second term as Attorney General, Ms. Harris said that the nation's police forces face a crisis of confidence. And by the end of her tenure in 2016, she proposed a modest expansion of her office powers to investigate her police misconduct, begun reviews of 2 municipal police departments, and backed the Justice Department investigation in San Francisco. Critics saw her taking baby steps when bold police reform was needed, a microcosm of a career in which she developed a reputation for taking cautions, incremental action on criminal justice, and more often than not, yielding to the status quo. Now, of course, she declined to be interviewed by the New York Times, but over the years, she has profoundly labeled herself both a top cop and a progressive prosecutor. In her 2009 book, Smart on Crime, she wrote, "If we take a slow hands of those who would like to see more police officers on the street, mine would shoot up," adding that virtually all law-abiding citizens feel safer when they see police officers walking the beat. Is that true? Is that true? Right? Earlier this summer, in the wake of George Floyd killing, she told the New York Times that it's the status quo thinking and belief that putting more people on the streets creates more safety. That is wrong. So what changed between 2009 and now? All of a sudden, with all these killings of with the killing of George Floyd, all of a sudden now you seeing the light, right?
She saw that light to the White House.
So this poses the question: is Kamala Harris essentially a political pragmatist, or has she in fact changed? And is she the woman to lead a police reform effort in the White House? Hey, I got an answer for that. The answer is hell no. What do you think, Luda Ryder? You think she a top cop prosecutor who's defended police officers all of a sudden now is going to be this driving change for police reform?
You remember the movie The V for Vendetta?
Hold on. Before I get to that, you think this person who's a top cop all these years, you think she's going to be this progressive change? No,
not really.
Okay, there you go. Now, what did you ask me again?
Remember the movie V for Vendetta?
Yeah.
I'm afraid she wants that type of policing.
At the end of the day, this woman is power hungry.
You got that right. Look how she got there. She had to sleep with old dirty man.
Oh, downtown Willie Brown. When she was elected San Francisco DA in 2003, defeating her former boss Terrence Hillman, he was seen as one of the most progressive district attorneys, unafraid to confront police, once even indicting the city's police chief. He also had a low conviction rate, and Harris viewed his office as dysfunctional. But yet you work for the guy. How are you going to view the office as dysfunctional when you're out there working for him? The police union endorsed her in a runoff. But in April 2004, 3 months into the job, Ms. Harris found herself at odds with the police after a gang member gunned down an officer named Isaac Espinoza. Now, during the campaign, she opposed the death penalty, in part as being discriminatory towards people of color, and she did not seek it for Officer Espinoza's killer. Rank and file officers were infuriated. Heather Fawn, the new police chief, called it up front to those who risked their lives for the sake of public safety. Then at the funeral, she was blindsided when Senator Dianne Feinstein called for the death penalty. Now, the blowback totally traumatized her when whatever. Through the tenure, she said Ms. Harris had traditional prosecution pro-police instincts. She's always tried not to be a target of the police. Now, she stayed quiet as police unions opposed legislation for granting public access to disciplinary hearings. Gloria Romero, the state's majority leader who authored the bill, said many San Franciscans probably supported the move, but not Ms. Harris. Man, we can go on and on and on about this woman, right? I've given you evidence, right? That's not me being a hater. That's me providing you evidence that this woman is not qualified for where she's at right now. How many times have we seen people get positions they're not qualified for?
A million times.
She called him a racist. She called him a racist, but yet you willing to get behind a racist, right? Shout out the think tank in the building. Yeah, you got it right.
Because she knows what she's doing, LB. She knows this man getting Alzheimer's. She's hoping by being vice president, once he's out of office, she can take over and run the country down to the ground.
See, she called this guy a racist during the primary, right? And then when she was on the Stephen Colbert show, when Stephen Colbert asked her about all that stuff she said to Joe Biden during the debates, or during that time when she was running for president, it was a debate. It was a debate. So Joe Biden being a racist, was that not true? All that stuff you say at a debate had to be fucking true. You can't just make that shit up during the debate all for votes or for a viral moment. I'm telling you, if these motherfuckers win in November, come January, they will not be able to hide behind Donald Trump. Them Democrats are saying that I hear lying to the general public, saying that they for the people and all that. Come January, you will not be able to hide behind Donald Trump.
I've been saying this for a month too. All these Democrats are idiots. They're not really for us right now. Like, they're for themselves.
Yeah, I get emails from these motherfuckers talking about, oh, well, we need to flip the Senate, so and we would need donation. We will appreciate your donation and all that. I'm not donating the shit. If anything, you should pay me.
All the emails I get from them, I keep on deleting them.
You should pay me. Where my reparations at? Me paying you? No, you should pay me. Fuck you, pay me. Then this woman here talk about, or when it comes to the whole idea of reparations, we should study it. What the fuck? We're not taking a test on reparations. What if we get a 70%? We gonna get a diploma for reparations? We gonna get a college degree for it? Huh? What the fuck are we studying? This is not some fucking science project that where we can generate a hypothesis based on what's going on. What the fuck are we studying when it comes to reparations? Ain't nothing to study. The only thing you should be studying is how much money you're going to give us. Hey, I'll give you a figure, $20 trillion. You got all this money out here to bail out the banks and these special interest groups that's out there funding their lifestyle with that money that y'all gave them. They out here buying back their own companies. These execs buying back their own stocks with that money y'all gave them. That $3 trillion stimulus package, most of that went to corporations and big businesses. And y'all had a hand in that. You're not going to sit there and just blame Donald Trump and Steve Mnuchin. That's easy, right? No, y'all are just as much to blame for that shit. So if y'all got money, and you got background feed, True the King.
All right,
okay, there you go. Okay. Right. There we go. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got money to bail out big businesses and corporations, the $3 trillion and whatnot, because they benefited from hundreds of millions of dollars of that money, y'all definitely got money to pay us reparations. Cut the check. I don't want y'all saying shit. If y'all not talking about cutting the check and giving us our reparations, y'all ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Well, True the King, take that shit, man.
Like exactly reparations. Just listen. We need to just get treated fairly, man. Same opportunities white people have. Why we can't have the same? You know what I mean? When we try to start our own stuff, look what happens. They bomb it. Look what happened to Black Wall Street. You know what I mean? Things that we got. That's things that like these people. You don't need. They not gonna talk about that. Kamala Harris ain't gonna be talking about that.
No.
Joe Biden ain't gonna be talking about that. You know what I mean? And it's like we need to be in a point where everybody on the same playing field. You know what I mean?
Thing. Stephanie Dudes, you're right. They give money to Israel every day. They give money to China every day. They give Palestinians get reparations. Japanese people get reparations. Indians get reparations. Gay people get reparations.
They don't want to give us reparations. They don't want to give us reparations. You know why?
Motherfuckers stick their hand out all the time. Y'all just flowing with cash. Y'all just overflowing with cash in abundance. As soon as we ask for reparations, though, then we got to sit up here and justify it. Then we got to write an 11-page essay on why we deserve reparations.
Right.
And then we got to study it. And then we got to, articulate it. And then we go hold congressional meetings that mean nothing.
Right. They don't want another Black Wall Street. They don't want a whole city. Like a black Wall Street. That's the problem. They don't want us to be in that power. They don't want us to be in that light where it's, you know what I mean? Because let's be real. Society, we as black people are the below. We are the bottom. We get treated like bottom feeders. That's just what it is. And they don't want us be in a situation where, oh snap. Because when you see like Black Wall Street is a real thing. A lot of black people don't even know about Black Wall Street. A lot of people don't know about.
Hold that thought True the King. Hold that thought because we about to dive into that here in a little bit. Hold that thought because it leads to a deeper issue than that, right? Shout out to Larry Lawson, 83 in the building. I see you, man. You know what I'm saying, right? When it comes to the whole idea of reparations, right? All these people can get reparations, but yet when we ask for it, then we gotta justify it and we gotta study it, we gotta analyze it and all this other type of shit. What are we analyzing? What is there to analyze?
We were slaves and we built this country on our backs. Simple as that. Hey, listen, we put the work in. Y'all did all this stuff hard. We did all that labor and it was tortured and was treated unfairly to help build this country.
And I don't want to hear people out here talking about, oh, well, I shouldn't have to give reparations. I had nothing to do with that. Well, you benefited from it. So yes, you did have something to do with it.
Everybody in this country benefited from it, man. I don't care what race or color you is. If we want to grow there, we've helped build the world. Black people helped build the world. but we ain't going to go on there. But we talking about this country specifically in the United States. We built this country on our blood, sweat, and tears.
We
Now,
got
So
we got a man right here right now who fought for this country. But do they treat him like he's a U.S. citizen? No.
shout out to First Down and Lamont Lane in the building. I see y'all in there, man. Appreciate y'all. All right, so let's shift on to something else, right? Because I saw a piece on Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, right? And it talks about U.S. history, right? So, like True the King said, Black Wall Street, but Juneteenth, right? Now, those issues was on the forefront only like a couple years, right? If you done your research and whatnot, you probably might know about Juneteenth. You might know about Black Wall Street. But do you know that not a whole lot of people know about that?
not at all. A lot of people don't. It's sad.
It's not even taught in school. Juneteenth and Black Wall Street is not even talked about in school.
Well, Juneteenth is getting talked about more now. Now it's like some jobs you get. It's like a pay holiday, but that's not Juneteenth. That's got controlled by white supremacy right now. Juneteenth, because it's like basically we got slave. That's the one we officially got slave. Like we officially not stop being slave. But but people forget during that time. Yeah, okay, that was like official date. But some people still had slaves, because guess what? They didn't tell the slaves. So it was like Juneteenth is kind of tricky.
Yeah, Juneteenth is basically when in Texas they got told that they were free. Now the Emancipation Proclamation already been out for years, right? They already been out for like a couple of years. They just now got the word that they were free.
Right. And so
That's
it's like
that's what Juneteenth is all about.
Yeah, so it's not really nothing like it is what it is. It's like nothing really like whatever, you know what I mean?
And then, this leads to a bigger issue, right? Because white supremacy has controlled what was being taught in these schools. Because if people are just not knowing about Juneteenth, if they're just knowing about Black Wall Street, right? I didn't get taught this in school. I'm pretty sure a couple of you guys, most of you in the chat room hadn't gotten taught this in school. So this is the thing, right? This leads to the bigger question. What the fuck are they not telling us? What the hell are they hiding from us? Right? What in the hell are they teaching these kids in school? Because this is where this is the root of misinformation comes in. This is where the root of misinformation comes in, because they hide stuff that they expose the truth. Because let's just face it, right? This country was built off racism and protest. If you look at the Constitution, right, the whole "we the people" shit, right, man, there's all kinds of racism baked in that motherfucker, right? But yet we supposed to sit up here and sing the national anthem. The national anthem is based on goddamn racism. All that.
Yep.
Right?
They don't teach you that though, man. They don't teach us and the main reason why they don't teach you about Black Wall Street, because Black Wall Street is something where it's like I feel there's a lot of people knew about Black Wall Street, not just know about it, just I heard about it, but like right into it and understand what it was. It'd be
Man, Lamont, you missing the point, Lamont. See, that's that. Hold on, True the King. See, that's that coon shit right there I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I mean, obviously we got to teach our kids and stuff like that, and obviously we shouldn't rely on the government. But this is the thing. The point you're missing at, they're out here putting out this bullshit in textbooks. They're putting out bullshit in textbooks, and then as soon as the kid calls it out, then all of a sudden now, he's a radical. Go ahead, True the King.
Yeah, that's you can't simply just teach, because like they don't teach it for a reason, because it's so power. It's a power. I feel though if that was taught in the textbooks, then I feel a lot of black people being influenced by it. Let's try to do it again. They put that. Let's say they put that in every textbook. That'd be a powerful thing. You know what I mean? So it could be done. Because like I said, a lot of people don't really understand what Black Wall Street was. Black Wall Street, we had our own black. They had their own bus stations, hospitals, police stations, schools, all that. They was even doing business transactions with other countries. So, like a lot of people don't know that.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
All
They
right,
don't
Lamar, what
even
you want, man?
they don't even teach Wall Street and proper finances in school. So why the hell do you expect them to teach us about Black Wall Street?
They talk about other things. That's
What?
not what you mean. They talk about
They
black.
talk
They
about
talk
other
about
things that
they don't.
don't
They
have
don't
nothing
talk
to do
about
with
no Wall
with
Street in
personal
school. I didn't learn
development.
about no Wall Street in school unless you go to college and you major
I'm
in
normal.
economics.
Right, but Lamont, they talk about. I'm saying they talk about other things in history. U.S. history, they talk
Yeah, I
about
know, but why,
certain
hold on.
things.
But here's the reason why. Because blacks pushed for Black History Month. So they only spend 1 month out of 12 teaching Black history because we pushed for this bogus ass Black History Month instead of pushing for Black history in history books all year around. So that's why they only spend 1 month out of 12 teaching Black history because we pushed for this bogus ass Black History Month and we got it. And now we got to live with it because this is what we push for. So what we need to do is get rid of Black History Month and we put Black history into American history where it should be and teach it all year around.
Now that right, I can get behind that. I can get behind
That's
that.
it. I gotta get behind that.
See, and when it comes to the finances, I don't expect them to teach me about no Black Wall Street because they don't even teach Wall Street or finances. In high school, what class did they teach you on credit and finances or mortgages and understanding wealth? They don't teach nobody this shit. White people teach their own kids this shit. When I was in high school, I saw white kids with credit cards. I'm like, how you get a credit card? My parent gave it to me. Their parents teaching them about credit. So we need to teach our own kids about credit and wealth and finances instead of relying on somebody else to teach us. Like I said in the chat, the teachers in America consist of 75% white women. How the fuck we expect them to teach us anything, especially black boys that they can't even relate to anyway?
But see, this the thing, Lamont,
Come on, man.
this the thing, Lamont. This stuff in these textbooks, right? Guess who's controlling what gets put in the textbooks though, right? The teachers is one issue, but the teachers are a byproduct of the stuff that these politicians out here controlling what gets put in the textbooks.
But look, listen, these textbooks ain't teaching nothing anyway.
Exactly, these textbooks
Listen.
ain't shit.
So
So
what I'm
here's the
saying is
thing.
this: we
So
need to
here's the
be at
question:
home teaching
Why we
our
even send the kids
own.
to school? Why we even send the kids to school? If we know that the textbooks is bullshit.
Here's the only purpose that I see school is for, especially when you get into college. It's understanding how to interact with people of other races on a particular level. Other than that, half the shit you learn in college is all bullshit. So it's just about interacting, learning how to interact with people, because a lot of us grow up in neighborhoods secluded from whites and Mexicans and Chinese and Asians. These are the people we got to learn how to deal with and interact with if we try to really get generational wealth. So again, we need that type of education as far as being able to interact with other people. But with regards to teaching about finances, the only people I trust to teach my kids or anybody I know about finances is myself. I don't expect my kids to go to school and learn from somebody else about finances, Black Wall Street, wealth, anything like that, because I can teach that better. And I know I'm teaching it right. So that's the thing. We don't spend enough time at home teaching our own kids anything. We don't spend enough time. Look at the culture in black schools. When I go to some of these schools and I'm talking to these young kids, they look at the smart kids. It's not cool to be smart in these black schools. They say you acting white if you smart in these black schools. That's the problem. So we got a stupid ass mindset in the black community where being smart is considered white. Being understanding wealth and understanding all this stuff that we talking about here is considered white when you in school. It ain't the cool thing to do. So we got to fix some shit internally before we can even start teaching Black Wall Street anything, because our mindsets is all fucked up. And all you got to do is go inside some of these schools and talk to some of these kids and find out for yourself. That's all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and even then, and then they grow up with that mindset. They out there acting like this as kids. It gets even worse when they're adults.
Worse. It's worse.
Because as an adult, you can't even tell them shit. At least with a kid, you know, you can get them when they're young, and you can actually like change their whole thought process with the right guidance and whatnot. But you know, some of these adults out here, man, you can't save them, man, because you can't tell them shit. As soon as you try to tell them shit, oh man, man, I don't need you trying to run my life, man. You know what I'm saying? Worry about yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm my own motherfucking man. I'm a grown ass fucking man. Yeah, but with your pants hanging down from your ass crack, right? You don't even know why you're even doing that. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know where that come from. That's you know
This
what
ain't no
that you know,
respect, man.
huh?
That's all.
No
We just
respect.
no respect to, like, with these young kids, like even people my age, kids younger than me, the kids in high school now. It just ain't. It's a lack of respect for the older people. I just see it all. Like LB, like your parents or even my parents used to tell me that, you know, when if they did something bad, the neighbor will spank them, send them home to their parents, and their parents will spank them.
Yeah.
You touch somebody else's kids nowadays, you got people, don't touch my kid, and your kid is bad as hell. Like you
Yeah,
got
they
you
don't
know
do that no more.
it's just like we can't even community police our own, because as soon as you say something to somebody's kid, don't touch, you can't talk to my kid like this. Then you got all these weird fucked up ass mindsets and attitudes. I mean, like I said, if we just be humble ourselves and say, before we can start asking for reparations and doing all this other stuff, we need to fix our fucking mindsets, because we just are fucked up people. Yeah, fucked up people, fucked up mindset. And yeah, the government played a role in that with the Welfare Act and all that shit, and separating the fathers from the households. But it gets to a point where we got to figure out how we gonna fix it, because everybody keep complaining about shit, but ain't nobody bringing up no solutions, man. How the fuck are we gonna fix this shit? That's the problem, man. We got to fix this shit ASAP.
But I know. I mean, we all know how to fix it. Just like you said, they took the black fathers out the home. We need that. We need to bring black families back to where it used to be, where we can teach our own kids and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But
Huh?
the problem is now is, like you said, them fucked up. Like you said, we have fucked up people in the community that don't agree with it. Like it's still like it's it's a lot of divide right now. That's why it's hard. A lot of divide, and we have to figure that out too. How can we move? How can we get past this in a sense of all this divide and conquer? That's basically what it is right now. Like black people is divide and conquer. Oh, I don't like this person because of this and this and that. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Different opinions, religion, sexual orientation, beliefs, and all that. So that's a solution we have to figure out.
No, you're right, man. Like, I mean, I
That's
like that
easier
we
said than
talk
done.
about it, but man, it's just across the board. I just see so much fucked up stuff, man.
Yeah,
Especially in these black communities. It's just like, man, like I was talking to one dude, he a rapper in Chicago. He was like, it's so bad out here.
yeah, that's
He was
sad.
like, he said the only way we fix it, he said it's sad. This is a rapper in Chicago right now. I ain't even gonna say his name. He said the only way we fix this shit, he said, to be honest, he said the motherfucker gonna have to come and drop a bomb on Chicago and get rid of all these motherfuckers and start from scratch. That's how bad he said it is. Because he says these motherfuckers, you can't tell them shit. You can't, they just that fucked up.
Listen,
And he in the mix. I mean,
that's
I know that's a bit of an exaggeration, but that's how some people is feeling. That's how bad it is.
I do agree that people do got to get left behind. Not saying eradicating anybody, but listen, we got to leave. Listen, if you ain't if you ain't part of the solution, you ain't trying to fix the problem. You can just stay where you at. You know what I mean, and not benefit. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. If you part of the destruction, you ain't with black empowerment, anything like that, you can get left behind.
At the
Uh,
end of the day, man,
I'm not saying I ain't saying no thing nothing be harm to you, but you don't get the benefit. You know what I mean? If you doing some bullshit ain't supposed to be doing, and you black, you don't benefit the when I mean we do uh rise up and be where we need to be at. You know what I mean? Because that I mean I feel what he was saying because Chicago like that's another thing too though, man. Chicago, man, and then it's like they brag about people dying, man. Like you always beefing with somebing. You beef with somebody, dude die. It's over with, man. It's over.
not only
That's
that,
why.
right? When it comes to this whole dynamic, right? You know, I'm all for black empowerment, but the thing is, how do we get there, right? But at the same time, we don't need to be paralyzed by the analysis of whatnot. We need to move, right? Because nothing moves unless we move. Nothing changes unless we change. That goes for that goes for me, anybody else in this chat room, right? Or anybody else that might be watching this video later on. Nothing changes until we change, right? And we gotta, when we gotta be willing to be uncomfortable bullying these motherfuckers, right? And we gotta, it takes the mindset, like Lamar just pointed out, man. It takes a whole shift in mindset. It takes a whole change in ideology, right? Let's think about this for a second, right? When I think of white supremacy and I think the systemic racism that goes on here in this country, right? I think of it as an oak tree, right? Oak tree, that thing's taking root. You can't cut off one branch while ignoring the other 90 branches that's on that tree, right? Because all it does is grow. We've taken down statues of suspected racists and all this type of shit, right? People that we've glorified for centuries, right? We take down their statues or whatever like that. You know what hasn't changed? People's mindset. You take down fucking Thomas Jefferson or some shit like that, right? Meanwhile, his ideology has passed down from generation to generation to generation, right? When it comes to this whole racism type of shit. So if you want that shit to change, we need to uproot that motherfucker. That means a whole shift in ideology, a whole shift in thinking. How many people are willing to do that? When we talk about generational wealth, like Lamont pointed out, right? That requires a shift in mindset. That means if you got bad credit and you don't want bad credit anymore, that means you got to shift your whole mindset of how you spend money, how you value the dollar, right? How you invest that dollar, right? That requires a shift in mindset. How many people are willing to do that? Hey man, be safe on your flight too, Lamont.
Yeah, I gotta get up out of here.
I know we have spats, you know what I'm saying? Might be cooking your ass, but you know what I'm saying? Get backstage.
All right, y'all.
Like,
Yeah, man.
plus, we gotta stop doing it too. When we do get the money, we gotta stop spending money on on stupid shit.
Right. But like I go back and said, man, it's a lot of people. Listen, some people do gotta get left behind, man.
Yeah,
And
not everybody can come with us, man. Not everybody can come with us.
And I'm not saying them people need to be harmed or anything, or no. I'm just saying they don't need a benefit. Like when we be in a situation where we can be where we need to be at, they don't got to bet. They don't need to benefit. You know what I mean? Simple as that. If they on some bullshit, you can stay bullshit over there. Don't bring that over here. You know what I mean? So it's like that's how I feel. You know, like I don't. But it's like it's easier said than done when it comes to solutions. Because we all know how we can fix it. We know how we can fix it, but executing it, that's the one thing.
Yeah.
I have said this plenty of times. I love my cousin, but I know what kind of person he is. If I get on, I can't take him with me. I'm sorry, but I know what kind of person he is. I know I don't need him to be fucking up my life. Because it's when you get on like that, and you know how certain people are, they care more about themselves than they do about the other person. You're gonna get that bullshit.
Right? You can't help nobody. They can't help themselves. That's simply what it is. You know what I mean? And that's how we got to treat it. You know what I mean? If they don't want no help, I can't help you. Then if you don't want, hey, you can't help you. If you don't want help, how can I help you?
It's as
simple as that.
It's been a dozen times where I tried to help this brother, but he don't want the help. So I can't keep doing it.
That's why I'm saying you get some people gotta get left behind. Because like I said, listen, if you want help, that's cool. We can come along. But if you on that same bullshit and you don't want no help, you stubborn in your ways, you stay over there then, man.
Yeah, man, for real, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, when like I said before, like I always say, if you want help, right? Like for me personally, right? And I'll give you a personal story, you know what I'm saying? You know, I going through a lot of shit mentally and all that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna just sit down there and let that shit keep me down, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out and getting help. You know what I'm saying? Because we at the end of the day, right? If you want change, You have to be the one that leads, that drives the change. You got to be the one that's willing to accept change, no matter how much it hurts, no matter how much it will it's going to make you look bad or whatever like that. You can't worry about none of that shit. You got to be willing to make the changes necessary if you want things to change. If you want your situation to change, you can change your house. You can change your car. You can change the way you look. You can change the you can change all that shit, but if you don't change what's on the inside, nothing's going to change.
Exactly.
If you don't change your whole mindset when it comes to, generational wealth and building for the future and leaving a legacy behind when you're dead and gone, ain't nothing going to change. That shit get passed on to your children, and then your children's going to pass it on to their children. That type of shit, right?
It's a cycle, man. It's
a cycle.
Yeah, it is. We got to stop that, man. But like you said, it's easier said than done. It's like we have the solutions. We have the solutions. The thing is, we got to find solutions. I think we have the solutions, but that's the thing. When people say we don't have it, I think we do have the solutions. But the problem is, it's too much divide and conquer. That's part of the systematic racism. You know what I mean? Was divide and conquer when it comes to religion, sexual orientation, all that. You know what I mean? Because we as black people are very, very divided, man, when it comes to different things. So even when it's to getting them to be on the same page, that's another problem itself, you know. And to be honest with you, I don't know how we can even. We gotta try to fix that.
Yeah, man. And we can't let bought and paid for agents of white supremacy dictate that movement.
Yeah, we gotta separate. And that's the thing too. We gotta separate who's with us, who's not with us, man. Even if I don't necessarily agree with you, whatever case may be, depending on your religion, sexual orientation, whatever case may be. If you down for the people and you want the succession of the people to grow, then hey, that's all. I'm all fine for it. You know what I mean? But if you want some bullshit, turning on your people, selling your people out and all that stuff like that, man, you get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, we got people like that right now.
You get the fuck out of here, man. That's all. If you down for the people, you want the people to succeed, and you want the black people to move forward, then I'm all for it. I'm all listen. We can. I don't care what you are. You know what I mean? As long as you know who you are and what you want for to help our people grow, that's fine. But you selling your own self out and stuff like that. Nah, you want them people to leave behind. You ain't with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Straight up, man.
It's insane, man. But that's the thing. That's the problem, man. We sit here and back down anybody that have a certain type of platform. We just gonna support them. But they ain't got some type of platform. Oh, they the right person. They there, so guess we got to support them. Nah, fuck that, man.
Hey, that's my link to the Patreon on. I've just put the link to my Patreon in the chat room. Man, y'all go support me on that Patreon, man. You know what I'm saying? I got $3, $5, and $10 subscription to my Patreon. If you know what I'm saying. So I hope guys take some time out. Support your boy in the Patreon, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I go in deep in that motherfucker, man. I don't hold back.
Yeah, you two got restrictions.
I don't hold back on that Patreon, man. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, I got to be a little bit more contrite.
Yeah, man, that shit crazy. I remember YouTube, you can say anything, man.
Yeah, I got to be a little bit more contrite on this platform.
I remember YouTube, you can say anything. Then they cut, oh no. Hold on. I see people, man, they don't play no games, man. It's crazy, man. Yeah, but they don't want the information out, man. That's the thing. See, that's one. They don't want the information out, man. It's like people are waking up. People are waking up, man. People are realizing the bullshit, man. It wasn't no coincidence. What, 3 million people didn't vote last year or something like that?
Yeah.
It wasn't a coincidence, man. People know the bullshit. People know the bullshit. We live in the world of the internet. You know what I mean? I'm 24 years old. I be telling my dad all the time, listen, man, this is a different generation, man. This motherfucker don't give a fuck about that shit, man. We can see the bullshit. Like back
Yep.
in the day, you couldn't research about Kamala Harris back in the day. You know what I mean? You couldn't do that. You couldn't research like you could, but it's like you got to go to the library. You got to do like newspaper. You got to really do your research. Like you really got to like dig. Like Biden
Yeah.
did this for years though, right? But nobody really called him out till like this area where it's like the internet, like right there. You just went up there and go on the article just like that. Show you a couple seconds.
Hell yeah.
So it's like now people see that bullshit. Like, listen, nah, fuck that.
And then get this, right? Hey, so how about Kanye West a couple days ago came out and admitted that he was working for Donald Trump
You're a
and
clown,
splitting the
man.
black vote?
He a clown, yo. He's an attention whore, yo. Listen, all that listen, he may have some mental problems, but he's an attention whore, yo. He's an attention whore.
Hey, what did we say before? Didn't I call that shit True the King?
Yup. He's an attention whore, man. I think he put out an album out.
Hey, oh yeah, that's coming soon. His album coming out. That's coming
He's
soon.
an attention whore, man.
Yeah,
He's
man.
an attention whore,
You need
man.
that
He's
attention. Put that album out. Watch what I tell you.
Listen,
It's funny to me. Before his album comes out, he does something crazy.
or he trying to sell something, man. If he trying to have he got like a big like, his clothing line sells for itself now, whatever. His Yeezys, whatever, they sell for itself at this point. But when it comes to music and all that, like he's an attention whore, man. He's always like, you gotta have the attention on him, man. Gotta have the attention on him. And it's sickening. I don't know what. I know that. I mean, they say he got mental illness, but I tell you that if that ain't mental illness, I don't know what it is. Being an attention whore, because he don't care. Like he just needs the attention. Look at me. I'm a genius. Look at me. I'm a genius. I'm smart. Look at me. I'm this and that. Look at me. Like I'm the next Walt Disney. Like I'm this and that. Like fuck out of here. You a clown.
I don't know who's more crazy, Kanye West or Kim Kardashian.
And they both, man. They both on some bullshit, man.
Yeah,
They
right.
both on some bullshit, man. Like that man Kanye's a clown, man. He say
Yeah, what they
he
call
say
him-
bullshit.
You got Donald Trump calling him Sleepy Joe Biden. I call him Sloppy Joe Biden. That's what I call him.
Man.
Sloppy
Joe
Joe
Biden-
at it again.
Who said they go? So who did I watch? Somebody say somebody gonna cuss Joe Biden gonna be ending up cussing out Donald Trump, man. He gonna end up by cussing him out. Cause Donald Trump, man, he don't listen. He gonna say what he gonna listen. This is a bad. Like I don't know what Biden was thinking, man. He may got Alzheimer's, man. Something ain't right. Cause this is a bad selection, man.
Yeah,
All the
right.
people you could have picked, like, come on, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if Michelle Obama wanted to run or not. I don't know if that was even a choice. I don't know, but like all the people you could have picked, you could have picked a nobody. You could have picked somebody that nobody's not known.
He better off pick. Really, he should have picked Bernie Sanders as his VP.
Like he would have definitely like that'd be a no-brainer. People would vote for him. He'll get more like they will vote for him. People will vote for him simple fact because of Bernie Sanders, not because of Biden. They would just do it because of whatever. But like Kamala Harris, he could have played any black woman in politics. The Rumble. He could have done that. He could have played any black woman.
I remember that video too raw came out 2 days ago about he might pick the one from the governor from Michigan be his running mate.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, you talking about the same woman who had those white people who were standing outside the courthouse with guns and stuff like that?
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That when them motherfuckers was protesting staying at home. I can never wrap my head around that concept about protesting staying at home, but whatever, right? This was the thing. I talked about this a couple weeks ago. That political gave it was a dead giveaway that Kamala Harris was going to be his running mate. When Joe Biden talked about, oh, well, we gotta stop holding grudges and all that type of shit. When he started saying that, I'm like, man, this dude about to pick Kamala Harris, man.
He be on some bullshit, man. You said that he was like, he on some bullshit.
I mean, that right there was the dead giveaway.
Like,
When one of his supporters came out and was bashing Kamala Harris, and he came out behind her, and Joe Biden came behind her and said, "Yeah, we must look forward, and we must not hold grudges, and we can't hold people's past against them." And when he said that, I was like, "Yep, he about to pick Kamala Harris, man."
and that can lose him votes, man. People that support him and all that stuff, that can lose him votes.
And you know what? That turns off anybody that because Bernie Sanders was trying to implore people to get behind Joe Biden. So all the Bernie Sanders supporters just went completely out the window.
Yeah, because it's like people don't like that type of shit. I don't understand. Listen, it's not about like people don't care about, oh, we gotta do this just to get Trump out of office. Nobody cares. Listen, people support you for a reason, man, because of what you sold and what you said and what you believe in. You know what I mean? When you go against that shit, people won't like. That's in real life. You go against that shit, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, people don't care about people out here like, oh man, we got to get Donald Trump out of office.
Like, nobody care about that. I support you. Listen, I don't care who was in office. I support you because I want you to have that job. You know what I mean? I don't care about I just know you. I want you to be in that position, so I feel you could be the whatever you do what you do. But like it's at the end of the day, running president is not about just running against who you run against. It's all about how can you be the best president to ever do it, in a sense. You know what I mean? How can you make the country better? That's basically what it should be about. How can you sit here? You ain't just campaigning against the Republican or left or right or Democrat, whatever. You're campaigning against people that came before you. How your policies stack up against people that came before you. That's how I feel. That's what it is. And it's like, that's why people support people. It's not about, oh, I don't care if whoever had the best policies. What's up? But you're going to sit there and do a whole 180. You're going to sit there and I'm going to put my whole support because I don't want Trump in office. Nah, fuck that. You lost my vote then. How about that? Like,
basically.
Like, come on. Yeah, that's to be like, that's. But the thing about Trump is Trump don't got to worry about that, man. I mean, Trump may lose a lot. Trump may lose some voters because of the shit he lied about, shit like that. He say some crazy, but like, he still got a cult fan base, man. I live in Delaware, and like little bit like outside, like, and I'd be like in Maryland and Delaware. You see all these Trump posters and flags, man. He has like a cult, like he has a cult supporters, man. So it's like Joe Biden don't have that. I've seen more Trump signs in Delaware than Biden. And Biden lives in Delaware.
Yep.
Like that here too in Louisville and Louisville, Kentucky.
That's bad though. That's bad. You see more Trump. I see more Trump signs and stuff like that in Delaware than you and Joe Biden. You made your name yourself in Delaware. You live in Delaware.
Shit, I live in Virginia, man, and there's some parts of Virginia where, they're pro-Trump. Like, I remember I'm going down one country road, man. I mean, that country road was so, man, that road was so bad, man. I'm like, look, man, if you get caught by the wrong person, man, you know what I'm saying? Your body can get chopped up and you may not ever get found again.
Word, man.
LB, they got signs. They got parts in Louisville. They got signs that if a black person here at nighttime, you are gonna get hung. So you don't do beer here at nighttime.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Like I'm originally from Maryland. Like it's like I'm originally from Maryland, so it's like it's a lot of racist shit. Like I see this stuff. I ain't that far from Maryland anyway. Like you see a lot of shit like that.
Hey, there's a question in the chat room. He said Biden with the Widener University in Chester, Pennsylvania. Is that true?
I think so. I think he did went to school around the Pennsylvania area. But he made a name himself in Delaware. You know what I mean? He got like his if I'm not mistaken, his son that passed, like,
which one? Which one? Because one was a crackhead.
The one that's recently died, passed away.
Okay.
Like he got like a whole like they named it like the something a pool after him, something like that. In like in this one of the inner cities, whatever the case may be. Like he made his name himself in Delaware, and it's like you see more Trump signs, and that's kind of just concerning. I feel he's still probably gonna win Delaware, but still, like that's like I see more Trump than like Biden. Like I see big flags on pickup trucks and all that with Trump on there. I'm like, oh snap! Like, mind you, this man Trump been lying. This man Trump been lying. People faces. He's been saying anything. And it's like people were still riding that wave. Like, listen, he my president.
This man held the Bible upside down.
Yo, it's insane. But you know what's crazy? He has a cult fan. Like I've never like. I'm like, what? You still gonna support? Like, hey, man.
Hey, and then when they asked him, hey, is that your Bible? He was like, it's a Bible.
Something
Oh
wrong.
my goodness, man.
And it's
Hey.
like he lost some supporters. Yeah.
Hey, do you know a couple years ago when he was candidate Trump, right? And he went to Liberty University, he talked about 2 Corinthians instead of 2 Corinthians, right?
Yo, he's like, yo.
Hey, then after that bullshit, right? They sat him down and like, hey, could you give us a couple of your favorite verses from the Bible? Well, you know, I wouldn't want to get into that right now because you know the Bible is sacred to me. I'm like, you don't know a fucking verse off that shit.
He is funny as a bug, man. He's an entertainer, man. He's an entertainer, man. He's an entertainer. This is what he do. God. Like he's just like he does things for headlines, man. That's why him and Kanye West so cool, man. They do things for headlines. It's all comes like you know what I mean. Their attention. He's attention for himself, man. That's why he say outlandish shit. He say shit that he don't know about and speak on it.
When he was elected president, I'm saying I said right there on the spot. You know other countries are laughing at us right now, right? Because they see us as a joke right now because Donald Trump is president. That means anybody can become president in this country now.
I know, right? You just got motherfuckers, jumping off the back of the truck, be like, "Hey, man, can I become president?"
Yeah, you've been seeing stuff like the Will Smith rumors or like The Rock being candidates in the future and shit like that. Look at Kanye West. Look at Kanye West.
Oh, hold on. Before that, you even had goddamn Aunt Jemima herself, Oprah Winfrey, throwing her hat in the ring at one point or another.
Can you imagine Will Smith being the president? And Jada
I can't get jiggy with that.
I can now.
I'm saying,
if Donald Trump like said,
if Donald Trump became the first lady, she gonna be like, well, I got an entanglement.
Shout out to Eric Johnson in the building, man. Appreciate you, homie. Hey, man, I thank you for subscribing to my channel as well, man. Appreciate you for doing that, homie.
Like since when Donald Trump became president, man, that opened the gateways, man. Hey, I would not be surprised, man. Who become president at this point?
I mean, motherfuckers ain't gotta be qualified, man.
Long you have money, long you got money, long as you have money and a voice, you straight. Talking shit.
They may have LeBron James become president. The way these LeBron James fanboys love him.
Yeah, LeBron been playing politics for a while anyway. He know how to play politics, so he got a little bit of experience. He been campaigning. Right. He been campaigning his whole career. LeBron, he been campaigning his whole career. He be straight.
Boy, I tell you, boy, it's like anybody can become president nowadays, boy.
You got money. Listen, it's all about the. Listen, you got the money. And you got a voice. Talk your shit. See what you got. See what you got. And you got more people vote for you. You good.
It's like when Arnold Schwarzenegger became governor of California. You had all these idiots trying to run for governor. Then I'm like, what is this? This is
the wrestler Kane. The wrestler Kane is like a mayor of a town.
Yeah, I know that.
Glenn Jacobs. Yeah.
You remember when Jesse Bobby Ventura was congressman from
yeah, it's like I mean, in a way, you have always kind of had this because Ronald Reagan used to be an actor. You kind of always kind of had this in a sense, but now it's like, but Donald Trump wasn't qualified at all. He had no type of political experience whatsoever. So him becoming like that's,
This
I
is the
mean,
same man. Donald Trump, the same person said he would never run for president.
yeah,
He the same man said that he was a Democrat. He was a Democrat at the time too. All
right.
7 years later, he changed to a Republican.
Man,
Like,
when it comes to the whole dynamic of Donald Trump, man, his shit is full of lies and hypocrisies, man. But you know what I'm saying? But I mean that's easy to point out. But we shouldn't look past Kamala Harris. We just talked about her fucking record. I mean, her record is abysmal.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, his record is just terrible. Her record. You know what I'm saying? Why you think I call her Chameleon Harris? Some people
She
call
be
her
lying.
Heels Up Harris. Some
Talking
people
about
call
talking about she listened to Snoop Dogg and Tupac in '86. You a fucking liar, man.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Unless you got a DeLorean when you went back to the future, you know what I'm saying, and caught those CDs and a CD player back in '92 or whatever like that, or whenever Tupac dropped his album in '91, Snoop Dogg dropped his album in '93. So like I said before, unless you got a DeLorean or a hot tub time machine, your ass is full of shit.
Like,
And
come
then you
on
got
now.
that fucking Charlemagne the God, who I like to call charlatan the fraud, getting behind this woman.
Yeah, like that was disgusting. Y'all supposed to be y'all supposed to be a hip hop radio station at foremost, and you gonna let her get away saying that shit? Get the fuck out here, man. You was too. Listen, I don't. It's not that big. That's when you know she a fraud. That's a red flag in itself. It may not seem like a big deal, but like, listen, it don't listen. We don't care if you don't listen to hip hop. We don't care if you do not do your job. Listen, I don't care if you know how to do your job and you have the right policies and you are the right candidate. We don't care if you don't listen to hip hop or not. We don't care.
We don't care if you smoke weed. Look, I got a story for y'all, right? Mark Sanford, right? Mark Sanford was the governor of South Carolina, right?
Right.
Mark Sanford, right, went to Argentina. This happened in 2009, right? I remember this shit like it was yesterday. This motherfucker went to Argentina, fucked another girl, right? She was a news reporter, right? The emails that came out between him and her, there was this news publication called The State, right? The State put that out. This motherfucker talk about how her eyes align with the moon and the stars, all that bullshit, man. The way you was talking to this girl, you meant this motherfucker put the G in game, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? All that shit came out. Motherfucker got divorced, all that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Now he ended up stepping down from being governor of South Carolina, whatever like that. Did you know that people were still getting behind Mark Sanford? You know why people were still getting behind Mark Sanford? Because of the job he did.
Yeah, right.
Motherfuckers don't care what's going on in your personal life, man. Motherfuckers want to know what you can do for them. If a motherfucker know how much you care about them and how much you do for them and all that, they don't care what the fuck you going on. Motherfucker go out there and cheat 50 times over. As long as he know, I know, man, I don't like you ask him about that shit, like, man, I don't give a fuck about all that. Yeah, is it morally wrong? Yes, he's wrong for what he did. But you know what? I can look past that because he's taking care of us.
Right.
Like Bill Clinton was getting domed.
Marion Barry, look at Marion Barry. Marion Barry was the mayor of DC. This motherfucker was found in the hotel room with fucking drugs and prostitutes and shit.
Bill
This motherfucker did jail time, came back, huh?
Remember when Bill Clinton was getting domed and they tried to boot him out the White House?
Yeah. You got motherfuckers like Orrin Hatch. I would never do such a thing. This is a disgrace. Ain't nobody trying to suck your dick. You know what I'm saying? But Marion Barry did jail time, got out jail, you know what I'm saying, and still ended up mayor again.
Look at Nelson Mandela. He spent 30 years in jail and become president of South Africa.
Listen,
Motherfuckers don't be caring about all that bullshit,
right,
man. You know what I'm saying?
About trying to get a vote because I listen to him. Yeah, I'm just like y'all. Man, if I don't give a, what you mean? Why you gotta prove yourself?
Yeah.
Why you gotta prove yourself that much? You know why? You a fraud. We always see through you. You trying to
If
sit
this,
for
no,
play
no,
this
go ahead. I'm
image or
sorry.
something. She's trying to play this image as something she's not. Listen, you don't gotta do that's corny as shit. Like that's one of the corniest shit I ever heard. Like, oh, I was listening to Tupac and Snoop Dogg in '86. They weren't even around in '86. Only
And
West
get this,
Coast rappers,
hey,
I
True the
only
King,
West
get
Coast
this
rapper
right.
out of NWA.
Then get this
believe
right.
she was a rap groupie on her knees.
Hey, get this the thing. This the thing, right? This is another thing she tried to do. She called herself going to goddamn Sylvia's out in Harlem, right? With a bag of hot sauce with some hot sauce in her fucking purse.
Come on
I put some
now.
hot sauce in my collard greens. So that
Kamala
so let me get
Harris
this
did
straight.
that. Kamala Harris did that.
Yeah.
So
Then
she
get
copied.
this.
She did a Hillary Clinton. Come
Yeah.
on, man. Come on, yo.
You
You
ain't see
got
that
come on.
shit?
Come on,
Not
yo.
only that,
Come on, yo.
not only that.
What's
Oh,
up?
it gets better. How about this chick on video trying to dance to Cardi B?
Stop
Cardi
it.
B
Yo,
not
you
even
doing
black.
too much, man.
What up, Daz Diggity? Shout out to my boy Daz Diggity in the building.
Like you doing too much. Like you gotta show. If you listen, you gotta try to prove yourself being black, man. You a fraud, man.
She out here
Listen,
trying
y'all
to do
don't
some
nobody
fucking
care
dance
about
like
that,
this and
man.
shit. She's over here
Like
trying to do this kind of dances, the Cardi B, like dancing to Cardi B. Supposed to get you the black vote. You putting hot sauce in your collard greens supposed to get you the black vote.
you a clown. That's some clown. That's I gotta see that. That's some clown shit. Yeah, you don't got you doing too much if you have to put hot sauce on collard greens to get a fucking vote. That's a fucking shame, dude. That's just straight. Like if I have to like do that to get a fucking vote, I'm not running shit. I'm sorry. If I gotta put hot sauce on collard greens, I ain't running shit, man. I'm sorry. This ain't for me. This ain't for me. I'm sorry. I know who I am I know who I am. I don't gotta prove shit to nobody. You know what I mean? But she did all that bullshit she did in her past. All that
Clown shit,
bullshit.
man.
People
Clown
can look
shit.
at shit. But here's the thing: all the bullshit she's done, people see that shit, and that's what she gotta do. Come on, man. Stay on your own too. Stay on your own too, man. She like, come on. Where's she actually from again? She from Oakland or something? The Bay Area?
Supposedly, allegedly.
I mean, there's some good areas in the Bay Area though. Like, where she ain't like, so she ain't grew up like.
Allegedly, she grew up in Oakland. Allegedly,
It's good. It's good parts of Oakland, isn't it?
I know I ain't never been
You
to
got,
Oakland,
you
so I
got,
really can't
really,
say.
you got to talk to Town Biz about that. He
Yeah, I'm
probably
gonna
knows.
ask Town Biz. Town
Yeah,
Biz
that's something
probably
I'm gonna
know more.
ask. Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to
Because
ask.
I know.
These guys that live in the Bay Area, like the Cali Enigma and Town Business, I gotta ask those guys or whatnot. What's it like out there or whatnot? They know. So if there's two people that know about this woman, is them. They know about that woman.
Cause she seemed like she was really. She seemed like she would never listen to rap like all, which is okay. It's fine. You don't have to. I mean, it's all your preference. What you listen to. What's
But
around.
if you from Oakland, don't you think you should know more about Oakland rappers than
Yeah,
you
you said Tupac. She said
Hey, this is the
Tupac.
thing. This is the
Well,
thing. As she said,
You right.
this is the thing.
She
To the
said
King and
Tupac
Luda Ryder. This is the thing, right? Had she said too short, or
or
maybe
E40.
just maybe or E40 or something like that. I
I
don't know if
respect it.
E40
I
was on
respect it.
85, but I know Too Short was on 85. Had she said Too Short, I wouldn't have said nothing. I probably would like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you get passed. Okay, but you saying Tupac? Come on, yo. Come on, man. And Tupac is from like he represents the Oakland area, but like, come on, yo. But it's not. He
I
ain't
mean,
came out. He
that's
ain't
the
come out
thing.
on
All the
85.
Oakland rappers out there like Too Short and E40 and all those guys.
Come
You mean
on,
to tell
man.
me? You mean to, you couldn't have said those guys? You from Oakland, allegedly.
Come
You couldn't
on,
have said
man.
Too Short. Had you said Too Short or Spice One or somebody like that, I would have said, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? Nobody would have called her out in that bullshit.
Come on. You said Snoop Dogg and like get the fuck out of here, man. That's what you said. A bunch of bullshit. I would have called her. I was Snoop called her out. I'm like, what the fuck you mean Tupac and Snoop? But it wasn't out yet. I would have smooth called her on that shit. Come on, man.
Yeah, Ice-T went in Oakland. Ice-T not from Oakland.
He from Ice-T originally from New Jersey, but he grew up LA.
Yeah. Had she say any one of those rappers, right? That's from Oakland. There's countless rappers that in Oakland. Had she said any one of those guys, I wouldn't have had no problem with it. It'd have been, whatever, right?
come on,
But the
man.
fact that she said Tupac and man,
She could have said NWA. NWA from Compton. That's from that era. She could have said NWA. They from that era.
yeah, she could have said that.
Like, come
They're
on,
from
yo.
California.
You could have said all them people, but you gonna sit there and cap like that, man. She could have said some. She could have said some people locally from there that we don't know about. I guarantee you was rapping from that time. Like, oh, that is like, yeah, that's corny. You just frauding, man. And
That's for
it's like,
real, man.
dog.
That's what I'm saying. All those rappers that's out there in California, hell, this rapper's in her hometown. She could have said.
Right. And it's like that right there, if you lie shit about that, then you will lie about something bigger. That's why you can't trust somebody like that, man. She gonna lie about shit like that. You and what else she lying about? Well, she's like you said, her chameleon ways. What she's also trying to hide and shit like that. To try to
She's a real life Two-Face.
come on, man. You gonna lie like that? Talking about what you wasn't listening to them, man. Like, come on, man. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody's not going to judge you because you're black. You don't listen. You're not in tune. You're not in tune. That's how music. Nobody's not going to judge you for that. Nobody going to sit there and say, "Oh, you're not black because you don't listen to that." Nobody cares. I would never call somebody black because they don't listen to hip hop or rap. That's corny.
Shove the woolly stuff in the building. Hey, even like shove aside all that, right? Right? Because this is the thing. We're not trying to act like we're holy in the Dow. We all made mistakes. I know I sure as hell made my share of mistakes, right? But my thing is, what evidence have we had that proved that this woman has moved forward? Has she's learned from her mistakes? She's moved forward. She's accountable for what she did or what she said back then, right? What evidence do we have that trends towards her moving towards the black community, trying to paint a picture of hope and change and all that? You don't got no evidence of that. If anything, she's preserving the status quo. This pic right here with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they have preserved the status quo.
She ain't proved jack shit, and she don't even address the things she being accused of. So how she supposed to even change a leaf when you don't even address your issues that people have a problem with you for? You know what I mean? I don't respect that. At least if you at least, even though I wouldn't support it regardless, but if you at least would at least address what you've done in the past and explain and have some context, whatever, not trying to dodge questions and shit. You know you're on that bullshit. How we supposed to believe you now? Trying to change the leaf. You ain't trying to address them issues you had in the past, being a prosecutor. Come on, man. Cut the bullshit, man.
Yeah, cut that shit up, man. Cut that capping ass shit up, man. You know what
Joe,
I'm saying?
same as Joe Biden too. He just he don't he think come on, man.
Why is nobody putting pressure on Daniel Cameron, right? That Kentucky Fried Coon that's out there, made from 11 herbs and spices out there in Kentucky. Why ain't nobody putting pressure on that motherfucker to bring those killers to justice, man?
That's the thing I'm worried about. That he gonna try to come down here, and Daniel Cameron gonna act like they really for trying to get justice for Breonna Turner when we know they really not.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
he was quick to arrest those 87 people that was out there protesting or whatever like that, right? He was quick to arrest those 87 people, but yet he wasn't so quick to arrest those 3 police officers that was responsible in the killing of Breonna Taylor.
And they still walking around free like nothing happened.
They're still walking around free and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Murder,
this
man,
bastard,
murder.
you know what I'm saying? He wants to go swirling. This bastard want to go swirling on a weekend or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're so blissfully in love and all that. Man, fuck that.
Like you said, LB trying to set up his own candidate to run for president.
Yeah, this motherfucker Lily. Yeah, you can join Eric Johnson. This panel for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Look, I know this is my channel, but you know what? You guys have a hand. You guys have a role in my channel being the way it is. So yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm for the people. Me, Ticket TV, Too Raw for TV, we for the people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can come on in. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can come in and poke their chest out. Yeah, man. All day long. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's my Cash App, there's my PayPal right there on the bottom, you know what I'm saying? Donate to your boy, you know what I'm saying? Show me love. Hey, Eric Johnson, there's the link. Click that link and come on in, buddy. You know what I'm saying? And tell me what you think about these elections, man. Because as far as I'm concerned, this general election, I ain't vote for none of them motherfuckers, man. I ain't got no goddamn. I don't
This is
got
bigger bullshit last year. It's bigger bullshit than that the last election,
2016. Yeah, this is bigger bullshit than
man. Bigger
2016.
bullshit. Like, come on, man.
That's why, hey, why I
bullshit.
said on my Patreon, man, this is so what are you voting for? You voting for solid chicken shit? Or you voting for the diarrhea chicken shit? You know what I'm saying? But either way, it's chicken shit.
But our people were like this. Our favorite, one of our favorite sayings in the black community. Hey, the lesser of two evils. Fuck is that? I hate that. I hate that saying. With so much, man. Should pick a lesser of two evils. That's one of the dumbest saying. That's one of the dumbest sayings ever. Something that I would never agree with whatsoever.
That's like when they asked Donald Trump. Hey, that's like when they asked Donald Trump, talk about, are you a racist? And you're like, well, I'm the least racist person you ever met in your life.
He kept it real. Hey, he kept it real. He said, listen, I'm the least racist. He kept it real.
Okay, so you are admitted you're a racist. Okay, got you. I got you, man.
Guess he was. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That was hilarious.
Hey, Daz. Hey, if LeBron James was running for president, would you vote for him?
I ain't voting for. I'm not voting for that. I ain't voting for that motherfucker, man.
Hell no, I wouldn't vote for him.
I know. I wouldn't vote for him. You be a basketball player. You can be a fucking owner. You make billions of dollars and shit. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't trust you running this country. Especially when that China situation happened. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's motherfucker LeBron James, this and that. Listen, motherfucker that Charlie situation came out from a shit. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's that shit was. Listen, that shit pulled a lot of people cards, not just LeBron, but it pulled a lot of people cards in the NBA. It pulled a lot of people cards. I don't give. Listen, it ain't just him. Adam Silver talking about, hey, he may want to put his hat in the race on. I don't give a fuck. Nah, fuck that.
You vote for? Hold on. You say you vote for Trump?
Who said that?
Daz, you vote for Trump? I would, man. I ain't vote for nobody.
I'm not even mad. Listen, ain't no thing is though. You can't get mad. I don't even care. Like, it don't even matter, man. To be honest with you though, people talk about what's worse. Cause I'm being real with you though, man. It may be more dangerous if Joe Biden wins. It may be more dangerous for us if Joe Biden wins, to tell you the truth. But mind you, the symptoms of maybe having Alzheimer's, that's for one. That's bad. You get somebody having Alzheimer's being a president, that's hard. Like that's dangerous for one. Not even safe. How can you make decisions? Then it's like, okay, he may not do his full term, and then Kamala Harris in next in line, we doomed.
You're dealing with a better black woman about to run this country if that happens.
I'd rather have the curses we have now. I don't care. Listen, I don't. Hey. The feminine, listen, everything. Listen, black men will take a big L. A black man will take a big L, and he gonna listen. Dancing to Cardi B like we give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck with no fucking Cardi B.
Can you imagine how much money on child support probably go up if he runs the country?
Yeah, man. It's see, laws and stuff, man. Like I don't listen, man. A lot of bullshit. You'll see a lot of bullshit, man. You'll see a lot of bullshit where we be the disadvantage, man. Which is like And that when we were talking about earlier about the black community, how we can be better. That's not going to help it. 'Cause I guarantee you, she going to strengthen that divide, that division. I guarantee you that. So I'd rather keep the current situation is now, man. I don't care. I'm not voting, but hey, I told my dad, told people, listen, I'm putting bets up, man. What y'all trying to do?
Yeah, man. Stephanie, I tell you, she a chameleon. One day she's black, another day she's Asian, another day she's Jamaican, another day she's fucking Anglo-Saxon, another day she's Russian. I'm telling you, man, this motherfucker blaming her environment.
Oh, she's Asian. Motherfuckers, I'm Asian. I'm Jamaican.
She's like a snake. She says cuss in every day.
That shit don't make no sense, man. Joe Biden, man.
Man, I'm telling you, man. You know, hey, like I said, you just gave Donald Trump and Mike Pence all the ammunition they need, all their campaign strategists. You just gave them ammunition to go after this woman, and they're gonna go after her. I'm telling you, they're gonna go after her.
him. And they was gonna go after Biden anyway. They already had stuff on Biden.
Yeah.
So they ain't gonna go after the vice. Come on, man. Joe Biden not bright, man.
Really gonna go after Kamala Harris, man. You think? Man, I don't think she built to withstand that. They're gonna, man. I'm telling you, man. She ain't ready for what, man. I'm telling you, man. She is not ready for what motherfuckers about to do to her, man.
Even Joe Biden, man. Like I said, like Joe Biden not bright.
See, this is the difference between Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Joe Biden been doing this for like 47 years. Motherfucker been in the Senate for 47 years, so he knows. He knows how to handle the pressure or whatever like that. Kamala Harris, she not built like that. This woman this is their first time junior senator out in California.
I just hope Joe Biden remember what to do in 47 years.
That's the thing. And Joe Biden not bright like that anyway. He not bright, man. Joe Biden don't listen. He ain't that smart, man.
Yeah, shout out to the Queen Unique Dawn in the building, man. We all know that. I mean, that ain't no secret. We know there's different fangs on the same snake. You know what I'm saying?
Like Joe Biden ain't that smart. So when Donald Trump, so people we can say Donald Trump an idiot all he wants to, but listen, Donald Trump made it where he's at he couldn't be that stupid. So if they in a level playing field in that department when it comes to intelligence, they in a level playing field. And it's like it's one thing. Listen, man, Donald Trump tell you what it is, man. Listen, his thing is Donald Trump is he don't care. He doesn't care.
Yeah, the truth. When it comes to the truth, he don't care about the truth. If it's a lie, look, this is the thing about Donald Trump. He is a snake oil salesman. He don't care about none of that, right? The only thing he cares about is whether or not it benefits him.
And listen, that's what he sticks on it. But the thing about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they're deceiving, man. They're deceiving. They will
sit there and tell you that they're for you and they're with you and all that shit.
They're not. No, you're not. And it's like people get mad. Like people get mad about Donald Trump all they want to. Oh, he gonna lose. Like, listen, he's honest about the shit he do. Like he don't care. He's not gonna fake it.
Hey, when you talking about rigged election and all that, the motherfuckers literally telling you, right? He's rigging these elections. Look what he's doing with the whole mail-in ballot and shit, right? With the Postmaster General, the Joy. Right. I call it Almond Joy, right?
Plus, he's already saying if he lose, that means somebody cheated. He's the only challenge that if he lose the election.
Yeah, but my thing is, you can't call yourself out. You can't make yourself being a victim while being a victimizer.
He don't care. Listen, man, that man don't care. He wants it like it is. It is like that's the thing. Like he don't care about shit, man. He don't care. He does anything that don't benefit him. He don't care. But buying them and well, they just deceiving snakes, man.
Yeah, man. What's up, Eric Johnson?
Oh, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? What you got on all this, man?
Man, I'm gonna just quote something from Mobb Deep, Hell on Earth album. He's basically hell on earth out here for black people and stuff. So with them, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris teaming up together, it's just gonna be real bad for us. I really don't like none of them because none of them ain't putting nothing together for black people. And for her to say, Snoop Dogg came out with Doggy Style in '86, this just shows you that you don't know what the hell you're talking about when it comes to your own hometown people and the artists that came out in your area. They just make you look stupid.
Yeah, Doggy Style came out. Everybody knew Doggy Style came out in like '93.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was born in '94, so even with me growing up listening to music and shit, I always was listening to like certain Snoop Dogg albums and stuff. Then I got put on to the Bay Area much later in my life and stuff, like listening to Spice One and Drew Down and shit. So it just made her look stupid, and the Breakfast Club was just going along with it.
Yeah. That's bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? But yet this woman here who got a record just as bad, if not worse, than Amy Klobuchar, right? And that's why I keep saying we get on Amy Klobuchar for her record as a prosecutor, but yet we supposed to turn a blind eye to this woman's record. This woman's record just as bad, if not worse, and yet she's gonna be the goddamn vice president, right?
It's definitely much worse, man. Because with her, she basically the same song of the election. She changed so many times. You don't know who she gonna be.
Oh yeah,
Hey, y'all,
that person.
I gotta go run some errands. I'll see y'all later.
All right, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, while you at it, go by Daniel Cameron's house and let him know how big of a coon he is.
There's so many coons out here. You be knowing these niggas names.
Hey, I may take a shit on his lawn. You don't know.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then we have to set up GoFundMe accounts to bail your ass out of jail because you want to go shit on people's lawns and shit. All right, man. I'll holler at you, homie.
Yeah, man, it's getting crazy out here.
Man, y'all gonna get my channel shut down, boy. I swear.
We need more channels like this, man, speaking the truth and shit. Because a lot of these dudes ain't gonna say nothing. They just gonna keep their mouth shut,
No, yeah, I ain't about to sit up here and sit back and I ain't about to sit back and just let this shit play out. Me not saying nothing about it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm voicing my displeasure by not voting. I'm not voting for this shit. Like this my thing. If you walk into the store and you don't see something you like, are you gonna just randomly buy some shit?
Hell no, I'm gonna buy something that I like. They can't force me to vote for these motherfuckers that ain't talking about nothing for black people. And if they was gonna do something like that, they should guarantee the shit instead of just talking about, oh, I'm gonna do this for black people, I'm gonna do that. But you doing everything for these immigrants and stuff and these gay people, but you ain't bringing that to the table for us.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now they're trying to reopen schools, but oh, we need to pack the schools. We need to pack the schools, man. Does anybody stopping Donald Trump from reopening the schools? No.
No, man. Because I work at the University of Georgia, and they about to come back in like Thursday, so I'm just trying to see what they doing with that. They trying to open back the colleges and stuff. Then with like football and shit, the Big 10 and the Big 12 ain't gonna play, but the SEC and probably the other major conferences still want to play. So, but I think it's a big risk for those students to be out there risking their lives to play, and they ain't bringing nothing to the table for them because all these universities getting paid off these students, and they ain't getting nothing in return. Yeah, you can play. Yeah, you get exposure, but if one of them get sick, they gonna make y'all look bad. We all could have really just came together and just come up with a more strategic move instead of just saying, oh, we just want these niggas to play because we got to get this money back up. The students left, and we got to get some money from college football because that's where most of their money come from.
Yeah. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, man. Straight up, man.
Yeah, I wanted to say something about this crab ass nigga Herman Cain passing away from the coronavirus, but for him not wearing a mask, he was talking all that junk about I'm not gonna wear a mask. It's not important. Next thing you know, he's in Atlanta in a hospital dying and stuff. Then you got people on Twitter talking about, oh, we lost Herman Cain. He was such a righteous brother. He did this and that. And I want to tell them, like, don't you know that this motherfucker was cheating on his wife with numerous amounts of white women and stuff? Then he was just out here just riding Donald Trump's coattails, not doing nothing for his people. Then trying to get mad with people in interviews, just trying to break up his infidelities of his wife. And so this just like, what type of person are you to do that?
See, that's the thing. Herman came in. This is the thing about that, that Mr. 999 plan. Shout out to Dallas Park in the building. Oh, you had that shit? Yeah, I am not interested in catching that shit. Fuck that, man. That shit's, man. That shit is not. That shit ain't nothing to be played. That shit's nothing to play with, man. You know what I'm saying? But this the thing. Herman Cain was a cancer survivor, so that put him in even bigger risk, right? And for him to go out there and perpetuate that Donald Trump talking point and act upon it, it was irresponsible, it was stupid, and that cooning and buffooning got your ass put in the morgue.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy seeing on no max. That was crazy seeing on no max like that, man. I'm like, what y'all?
Why are you? Shove aside. Wait a minute. Why are you in a large gathering, knowing that shit could knowing what the ramifications of being in a large gathering, and then you got them you got them black bootlegs for Trump out there cooning it up.
Yep, all at the Trump rally, dancing to Michael Jackson. None of them niggas they have no mask on. They just cheesing, oozing, and smiling. Just doing them coon dances for Trump, man. Next thing you know, he's dead. There's some of them niggas at the rally had the coronavirus. So they just make you look at your own people like y'all really selling out for this motherfucker, man. He ain't bringing nothing to the table for you people. Ain't bringing no resources into the community. Right. Giving all these other motherfuckers the benefits, but you ain't reaping the rewards in your own community. It just makes you look bad.
Right, and the thing is,
nothing tangible. They brought nothing tangible to the black community, but yet they quick to prop up some goddamn black bootleg in our faces. When I see he look just like you, you know, he see the same skin color. No, you need to vote for this guy right here. You know what I'm saying? Because he's your skin color.
Yeah, man, not all black people gonna agree with each other, especially when you be cloning, and you can't expect everybody to go along with your plan. Then these niggas be getting mad and stuff, just like these preachers and shit. Like, yes, I was at Master Trump's house. Yeah, I needed some money for my congregation. Y'all niggas ain't come to the churches because they closed it down. Shit, if you were paying your taxes, and doing right by the people in the community, you won't be have to go to Master Trump for anything for a handout.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it's like, and the thing about that was that rally. Like, the thing about that was like, okay, I may not agree with whatever case may be. We have different opinions on being a Trump supporter, or whatever. But the fact that y'all was literally segregated in the crowd.
Yeah,
the imagery of that was like, come on, dude. Like, are you serious? The imagery of that was bull. Like, come on, y'all agree to that?
Yeah, it was basically like round the bus in the '60s. We got the white folks up front, then y'all niggas gonna sit in the back. Ain't shit changing because it's 2020. Y'all don't. Yep.
Like that. It was just come on.
It was just like Benny Figure said off state property. You niggas either gonna get down or y'all gonna lay down. So what y'all gonna do? We'll just sit over here, master. We don't want to ruffle no feathers now. We still ride with y'all, but we don't ruffle no feathers, sir.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Man, I feel like moving furniture in this motherfucker. I'm so goddamn mad, dog.
You gonna be like Trey from Boys in the Hood, just swing your fist around and shit. I'm tired of these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, man. The only reason I don't feel like moving furniture. Only reason I don't feel like I want to move furniture, but I can't do it, man, because I gotta clean that motherfucker up as soon as I get done moving that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do all that. That's too much fucking work. You know what I'm saying? I can voice my frustration on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? This woman will offer nothing tangible. When we look, nothing. And even if she offered nothing tangible to the black community, because that right there alone lost my vote. But let's just look at it on a lower scale, right? When we ask you questions about, hey, so how do you plan on controlling the pandemic? This pandemic has went out of control and people are dying left and right. What are you going to do about it? Right? Watch the answer pay attention to the answer she gives, right? Because, hey, all this thing about immigration and climate change and the economy, what are your plans for that? This woman offers nothing. Nothing. But yet she's supposed to be qualified, right? No, she ain't fucking qualified. This is the problem when it comes to politics. Motherfuckers want to be image driven. Motherfuckers get so influenced by images, by people, because you prop them up on TV, but yet they offer nothing tangible for policy. Motherfuckers is image driven and not policy driven. I want policy. I want tangible. If you provide none of that, fuck up my face. Go ahead, man.
Definitely, man. They basically doing the opposite of what the fuck you want them to do for the people. So they just basically saying, I'm gonna lie my way through to the White House and not do nothing for none of you motherfuckers. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do for my people and stuff. So I just say we need to have a neutral party instead of just motherfuckers being Republican and Democrat and stuff, because it's too evil. None of them really do nothing for us and stuff. You just got a couple of motherfuckers on each side trying to stay in power and act like they doing stuff for the people, but they really ain't. So basically, we got to come together as our own entity and do something for us. We got to get our own people in the position of power instead of just having these old crappy motherfuckers that's been in the same seat for the last 50 to 60 some years, and move them out the way and put some of our people in there that know what they're doing, and maybe we can get something.
Man, look, that's what I'm saying. It's man, I'm telling you, man, it's nauseating right now. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's gonna be 4 more years of the same old bullshit, just different party. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, the Republicans, Democrats, they all the same. There ain't nothing different about them. They all share the same ideology. It's just that, the way they go about sharing that ideology is different. But it's the same ideology. It's all about to preserve and support white supremacy.
Basically, it's like one side blue and one side red. One of them might be the Bloods, one of them might be the Crips, but it's still under one banner. Yeah, you might be Republican, the other one might be Democrat, but you still got racist motherfuckers patrolling both sides. Even though you still got a bunch of coon ass niggas that point salaries and they're just rolling along with it and basically not putting their foot down and saying, hey, you need to do something or we gonna hold our vote. But no, they just going along with the waves, not doing shit.
Exactly. So, with that being said, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna get me something to eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back here later on, talk some NBA. You know what I'm saying? But I really wanted to get this off my chest. Eric Johnson, hey man, I appreciate you for coming on. You know what I'm saying? Giving us your insight, man. You know what I'm saying? Your insight has been very, very knowledgeable and all that, and I appreciate it, homie. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody for being in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Smash the like, hit the subscribe, man. This your boy. Scream at me. Hoo!